Okay. Bam. We're live. The Sevon Media Empire. Hugo. Thank you. Good morning, everyone. Welcome back. Oh, what a wonderful sight. Super fit women getting ready to smash it on the floor at Wodapalooza 2022. Is it loud? Good morning, Will.
Good morning.
Good morning, Will Plummer. How are you?
I'm doing well. Just wrapped up event 1. Got my life back together.
Awesome. Oh, you competed.
Yeah.
Fantastic.
The chipper is a doozy.
Okay. Let me get over here and say hi to Heidi. Heidi, what's up, girl? How's it going? You're breaking up pretty bad. Where are you right now? I can see. Is that Flagler? Flagler.
Careful.
All right. Thank you. Heidi, I'm taking you to the curb. Okay.
Thank you, Heidi.
And Matt Souza, how are you, buddy?
I'm fantastic.
What are we looking at, Matt, right now?
We're back here at the corral, or the lane set up before our first heat of Women's Elite enters the stadium here.
So this is last night.
Real excited, big yawn.
This is where we saw Travis Mayer and Rich Froning going at it last night. They were fighting with their words, I think, in the corral. If you remember that. They were spitting on each other, grabbing each other's hair. Oh, look at that.
Stand by. Big dog in the house.
Scott Panchik in the mix.
Scotty, what's up, dude?
How are you guys?
Just living the dream, buddies. Can you hear us okay?
Who all's on here? I can't even see the little screen. Is that just the feed?
Yeah, this is me right here. Then below me is Will. And then those are just 3 roaming cameras we have around the venue.
Awesome.
Can you hear us, Scott?
Yeah, can you hear me or no?
I hear you great.
I'm just sitting in the venue. I wasn't sure what the connection was going to be like.
What are you doing? Like, you retired, and then did you basically have a performance at the game?
Who said I was retired?
I don't know. I just made shit up.
Or heard. I just said I was tired.
Tired. Okay, understood. I understand. Easy mistake.
Tired.
Easy mistake.
Just needed a break.
This is my theory. You thought you were done, and then at the drive home from the games, you're like, dude, I put a whooping on these guys with only one leg.
I'll tell you what, that was everything I have. It's funny, even though I was hurt, I still was the fittest I've ever been with an injury. That was the fittest version of me for sure.
There's that iconic shot.
I was running on a donut. You know how you can see those little donuts on the cars? Yeah. That's what I felt like. I felt like I was running around on one of those little donuts.
The spare tire?
The spare tire, yeah. The one no one wants to have to use.
Like it should only be on a Prius.
Right.
Scott, I don't use this term lightly. I don't want to sound like the other guys, but there is that iconic moment now, that video of you running and the crowd's running with you. I don't remember which event it was. I think it was the clean run event. It was 2 events in a row. They were basically
it was the Toes the Bar run event.
Okay, was that one?
Where the community was running with me.
Was that crazy? Were you like, hey guys, what are you doing?
That was pretty epic. I told my family and friends that this past year at the games, I felt like there were just so many moments that made it incredible. And I felt like I got a lot of what I was looking for, a lot of fulfillment out of the year. Even without standing on the podium, I felt very fulfilled as I walked away this past year.
Do you know what you're doing, or are you just feeling around in the dark right now? Yeah.
Right now? Here?
Yeah. Like, do you have a plan?
Yeah, the plan's to step on the floor and give it hell. Listen, I was a football player, all right? So I want you to think about this. when I finished playing college football, you finish your game and you're like, oh man, like never gonna get to do this again. And what you do to step on the field one more time, why not?
Yeah.
Why not get out here? This is like, I feel like it's like an all-star game. There's a bunch of phenomenal athletes here that are, showing up to have fun, celebrate their fitness. And for me, after surgery, it was about coming, kind of putting something on the schedule and then being able to go for it. Like I wanted to have something to pursue, to hold me accountable for my rehab process. And I wanted to get back to feeling like me again. And sometimes with an injury like that, especially, after announcing that it was my last ride at the CrossFit Games, it's very easy to kind of fall into a slump where I've seen guys like just stop training altogether, and I didn't want it to be that. I wanted to get back to feeling healthy and maybe not as fit as I was, but I want to be fitter than a lot of other people. That's the goal.
I like the accountability piece. Is there any part of you, have you given your brothers any tough talks? Like, hey assholes, this might be the last time you get to compete against me. You better beat me. Like now's the time. Quit fucking around. Like, have you had to slap them around?
I was actually over Christmas. I was joking with them. I was like, you guys want to go team? You want to go team down Wodapalooza? We could probably see if they'll switch us over. And they were like, no, we're already signed up for Indy. And I was like, all right, fine. And then last week I decided, I messaged O'Keefe and I said, hey, do I still have an invite? He goes, are you 100%? And I said, that depends. 100% could be taken a lot of different ways. I said, but I'm ready to step on the floor, and I believe I can do everything that I need to do. So getting on the floor, I've only been on the floor with both of them once at regionals and then once down here as a team at Wodapalooza. Both of them had some incredible memories on the floor and off the floor. And there's been some moments this weekend where we've sat and we've talked about, yesterday's events at dinner of, what went well for you, what was unexpected, and what would you change, and what's your mindset moving forward. And I think there's something really powerful in having, a team like that, having a group of people that all went through something and we're all walking away with a different takeaway on the day. And, we're about 6 months out from semis, and I just was explaining to them that this event down here is a great opportunity to check in, see where you're at, see where your fitness is, but also mimic some of the games like events. We get in the water, we swim, there's some odd objects down here, and it's an opportunity to get on the floor and be in the moment. And I think over the last 10 years, that's what I've noticed more than winning and losing. I look back and it's like, it's moments, it's memories, it's running, people running with you at the games. It's, winning a handstand walk event. Like I won more events this year at the games than I ever have, just because I felt a little less stressed and more free. And I think there's a lot of power in that.
When will we see you again after Wodapalooza?
I mean, I coach the 515 class at CrossFit Mentality. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and Friday. So if you ever want to pop in.
Yeah, we'll be there.
And what's the address, Scott? What's the address?
6098 Pinecone Drive, Mentor, Ohio. Come on down.
I got it.
If you want to see me, come on down.
6098 Pinecone Drive.
So Scott,
Drive.
What's it like last night? That yesterday was hard. We saw people on the ground. Pat Bellner laying on the floor or the grass outside for 4 minutes afterwards. Obviously, you've been through a lot with injury. And what's it like last night when you get to your hotel mentally of being like, oh, that was fun, but that was a hard day on your body? So like, what's that like for you?
It was hard. It's funny. I got through the first set of flips in the interval workout, and I got through the first set, and I was like breathing real hard, and I was like, "You sure you want to do this?"
That might be done.
A moment where I was like, I looked to my left and right, and I saw my brothers both on the floor. I looked up in the stands. I was like, "Yeah, you're you're gonna have to dig in. This isn't gonna be like other times. Like, I'm gonna have to hurt a little. I'm gonna have to hurt. It's gonna hurt. But I don't know. I look at it as, how many opportunities will I get to do this? And that was kind of a deciding factor. I wanted to do something that was something that makes me a little nervous. And honestly, I wasn't sure it was something that was in the cards, but I'm here, and I'm going to take every moment I can get and really breathe it in.
Hey, dude, thank you so much. I know it's crazy. I know you compete like in less than an hour. Can't tell you how stoked we are. We have tons and tons of people watching right now, and they're stoked too. The comments are just blowing up. It's like 20, like, we love Scott. So thank you so much, dude.
Awesome. That's cool. Absolutely. Yeah, I'm happy to pop on and talk to you guys.
Slap those brothers around. Slap those brothers around. Make sure they know now's the time.
Absolutely. I'm excited. It'll be awesome to share the floor with them and create some memories down here.
Cool. And one final thing, please tell your parents that I appreciate what they've done with their 3 amazing sons, and I look up to them, that I hope to be a good parent as them.
Amazing. They'll be really happy to hear that. They're coming down here today.
Cool. Excuse me, we're interviewing Scott. Can you step back 10 feet?
That was Guido.
Oh, no, Guido, step right in, buddy, with all your muscles.
Come on in.
All right, buddy. Thank you.
All right. See you guys.
Bye. Oh, lucky us. Lucky us. That was a little emotional for me.
That was cool.
That was a little emotional for me.
I feel like we sometimes forget how crazy it is. 3 brothers from the same family competing at this level. You talk about a lot about how much it takes to get to how fit they are, and the fact that there's 3 brothers in the same family that are at that level is crazy. And I can't imagine what it's like for Scott, having grown up with the sport, to be able to see his brothers follow in his footsteps and compete. And especially now with low stress, just having fun out there, it has to be, you would think this is going to be one of his favorite moments in his career, being able to be done with, being stressed about trying to podium at the games and just being able to enjoy it and watch his brothers while he's competing as well.
It's interesting you say that. I think part of the reason why he had so much fun at the games, obviously, is he said he was done, and so he could just let loose and enjoy it. And so I part of me thinks that he's coming here to see if he can mimic that. You know what I mean? Like, fake that that freedom.
Or if he's seen like, oh, maybe I can keep doing this type of stuff for the next 4 years.
You mean just kind of the ancillary events and satellite events? Don't even do the games, just do the.
Right. Like, it's a totally different, if you don't have to participate in the open and then the quarterfinals and then semifinals, that's a huge commitment. And if he can just kind of, run his gym and really enjoy that time with family and do all that and coach his brothers through that process, but also still compete at a high level. Obviously he's still in the top 15 right now in this event, and will probably stay around there for the entire event. So it may be something where he's like, oh, if I have a lot of fun this weekend, why not keep doing this for a few more years of being able to kind of Wodapalooza and compete with my brothers, and, maybe to be able to do some other events.
Yeah. But before we dig too much more into I wanted to talk about the men, but before we do that, let's really talk about what's crazy that's going on here. Ellie Turner. First place. And above some big names. Do you remember? Oh, speaking of which, here we go.
Ellie, what's
Ellie
up?
Turner. Holy cow!
Hang on, I can't. It's very loud. Hang on, let me
We hear you good. Ellie Turner from Australia.
I'm just getting some headphones.
Okay, take your time. Take your time. The world is your oyster.
Seriously, right now it is.
Crazy.
Completely.
It would be so fun if we could see her while we talk to her.
For anyone that doesn't know, Ellie just competed for the first time at the games this summer. Took 26. She's from Australia. She's 23 years old. So she's especially we were talking yesterday, some of the athletes competing here at the top, you have Sarah and Bethany and some of these other athletes that are all, 27, 27 or older, and Ellie's, 4 years younger than them. That's been a huge narrative the entire time this game season of a lot of young athletes, and Ellie's right in there and is breaking on the scene. And so truly, this is a breakout event and a breakout day. No matter what happens the rest of the event, we see what you did yesterday. And so
look at Will just saving the day.
Okay, so
Bringing up
audio
Ellie's
isn't working.
games
I'm not sure
history.
why.
Oh, say that again, Ellie. Sorry. Hi. Nice glasses.
we just keep talking until we know that you can hear us.
Yeah. Hi, Ellie. Can you hear us? That's how I feel with AirPods too. I can never tell if my AirPods are working or not. I can never tell if my AirPods are working. You buy those things, they connect for the first time, and like 3 days later, they connect every 8th time. Does anyone else have that problem? What is Apple doing? What a shit show Apple is. That's a good question. I want to thank Ancestral
I
Supplements.
think I must have like not a very good connection because it's just like sounds like you guys are in like slow-mo.
Can you hear us?
Grass-fed beef organs, a mouthful of meat. Grass-fed beef liver. You know you like it. Ellie, can you hear us at all?
Sorry, I think we're having a little bit of difficulty. Not really.
You will never talk to Ellie Turner. You will never, ever talk to her. She won't come on the podcast. She'll pretend like her phone doesn't work. She'll pretend her earphones don't work. You will never talk to Ellie Turner, Sevan Matosian. Hey, all that matters is that this young lady from Australia is just kicking ass. Let's face it.
We should send her to Souza or send Souza to her.
Oh, that's not a bad idea.
Souza, can you hear us?
Yes.
We need to unmute him. Souza, can you hear us?
Yes, I can hear you guys. Thanks, man.
Hey, can you find Ellie Turner?
Yeah, sure. Where's she at?
She was in the amphitheater, wherever that is.
Hey, guys, I seriously, I cannot believe you, Will. I cannot believe how you're just kicking ass. You're doing everything. You come up with all the ideas, switch the phone. You don't even need me. You don't even need me. The games does need Dave Castro.
Yeah, that's true.
Sevan Podcast does not need Sevan.
That's something I can't do. That's for sure. 100%.
That's a lie.
Jackasses.
Sevan Podcast absolutely needs Sevan.
Hey, listen, guys.
That's true.
So these are the two primary ones I take. I take so many of these. And actually what I do is I really, really mix it up. So because I'll usually just throw them all into a giant Ziploc bag and shake them around and then just try to make sure I take 6 a day. So it's just desiccated organ meat. And let me tell you, the owners of this company, they'll tell you should be eating organ meat, that you should not be eating. Maybe she's on an Android. No, she's not an iPhone. That you should not be taking these pills unless you're too much of a sissy to eat organ meat. That's so. Yeah. So if you're like me and you're not going to eat liver every day and heart and cow testicles and stuff, then get these. Especially if you're on the carnivore diet. If you're not on the carnivore diet, like I'm not telling you, like I'm not trying to sell these to you. I'm just showing you what I take, and these guys are nice enough to support the journey.
Colton said, "Meet me at the porta potties. I'll bring you to her."
Man.
Yeah, Colton.
Because I was like stuck over there, and I couldn't really tell if that was the way or not.
Hey,
I'm doing a yog.
You have Ellie's number.
He knows the way. Yeah, I do have Ellie's number. Do you want it?
No. I was just saying maybe text her and tell her we're trying to find her.
Oh. We will find you. Colton Mertens. And
okay, these look like the only porta potty bank I know of. Get thrown up.
Oh, that's what we love. Just a 8-year-old boy throwing up on the fence.
Hey, is that what it was? Is that what we saw?
Yeah, it was.
Good job, Souza. Hey, what is shit show? Why are you guys watching this? Switch over to the stream at Wodapalooza.
Thank you.
What are you guys doing? You guys are hanging out with the Sevan podcast. We're watching little kids throw up, bad phone connections. What are you guys doing? Say, trying to peddle you dead organ meat.
see Colton anywhere. I'm assuming this is the only porta potty bay.
Hey, Souza, do you think you could spend the night out there and get away with it? Like if you set up a tent out there?
Yeah, for a tent.
Or do you think security would get you?
I think security will get you if you set up a tent, but I feel like you could probably stay in here.
I'm so sorry, Seven. A package came in the mail. When I opened it, it was beef liver, not from the Liver King. My wife. Oh, it's so, dude. It doesn't matter. I appreciate that, but there's other good brand out there too. Paul Saladino has a brand called Heart and Soil. Hey, just let me know how you feel about it. I'm curious if everyone else is going to have the same benefits that I had.
Well, while we're waiting for Colton, should I give a little tour of this tent city here?
Hey, this guy, sure. I just want to tell a
says
story.
he's looking for you.
Is there a second porta potty bay?
Hey, for those of you who came here to watch the actual event, not watch Matt Souza look for the porta potty, what's going on right now is heat number 1 of the elite women's. Oh, thank you, Will. And so this is kind of this is kind of what's going on. Oh my goodness, and the stands look pretty full. So we got Eva there today with a great shot from her. Looks like we have Heidi. Thank you, Heidi, down there. And we have the live stream. And Will Plummer, one of our guys, already competed this morning, and he's out there too. Excuse me.
And
Colton.
Yeah.
Oh,
show
look
us
at
the
him.
way.
There's a man right now.
The man-child, Colton Mertens. What's he got in his hand?
A water bottle and a cell phone.
Is that an Android?
No, it's an iPhone. Is that an Android? It's an iPhone.
Look at that case.
So how you feeling going into day 2 right now? Good.
I think he said his abs are sore.
Yeah, he says he feels good. Abs are a little sore, but energy's feeling good.
How does he know where Ellie is? What is he?
I don't know. We'll find out.
Hey, Souza.
Oh, she's in the athlete briefing area.
Souza,
In the athlete briefing area, Souza. She just texted me.
Can you try changing your mic setting to your iPhone mic so we can just test that out and see what that's like?
Hey, ask Colton which flea market he got that iPhone case at.
All right, so this is just off the iPhone. Can you guys still hear me?
So
Yeah.
good.
Let's
So
talk.
good.
Let's see. Let's have Colton talk and see how that sounds.
All right. Colton, say something so we can hear you. You get that?
Oh yeah, not as good, but not bad.
Okay.
You could always flip the phone around and use the other camera. And then we would hear Colton. Why is Colton there so early?
Well, why are you here so early?
Will he go home or stay there until the event?
Are you gonna go home or are you gonna stay here all the way till the event?
After the first event, I'll go back and take a big break. So I'll go back and probably shower and count the AC for a while.
Awesome. You guys
What
hear
did he
that?
say? No.
I think it's
He
still
said
on
he
your
just said it.
AirPods.
Oh shit! Hold on, let me see that. Yeah, I don't think it's switching off.
There we go. That's different.
Damn, look at that finger work. Look at Sousa's finger work. Your wife loves you.
So this is where Scott was before.
I like that guy.
Who's that? Is that James Sprague?
Is that Devin O'Neill?
No.
Hey, stop yelling.
Yeah, tell that hoe to pipe down.
Shut up.
You guys recognize this guy? We just got off the there with him.
Hey, do you need us to pull up a picture of Ellie so you know who she is?
It's a panhandler.
Probably, yeah.
Scott's still sitting there?
There she is.
There she
Oh, yeah.
is.
Grow up, dude.
Yeah. Hey, you're going to have to hand her your phone, Souza.
Colton, thank
Selfie
you.
mode.
Tell Colton we love him.
Hi.
Can we get a Colton train? Can we get a Colton train?
Yeah, however you would like. I'm actually just gonna let you hold this. I'm gonna change it to the front camera. Okay, there you go.
Thank you.
Can you get?
Yeah.
Ellie, what's up, girl?
Can you hear that?
Can you hear them?
Yeah.
How about now? Everything Ellie touches just goes to shit.
Except for the events.
Except for the weights. Except
Let's
for the
throw
weights.
my headphones. Let me see if I can switch it.
Hey, is that Panchik back there? This is like a,
it's like interviewception.
yes.
It's good. I can hear I can hear myself twice, and Ellie can't even hear us once.
Yeah, we got a nice echo. That is Panchik back there, right?
Yeah.
Can you guys hear us now?
Yeah.
I hear you though, for whatever reason.
What about now?
We're not talking. Maybe
you
that's
hear
why
us
you
now?
can't hear us. Can you hear us? Bye-bye.
Oh.
Hey, maybe she needs to go sit back there by Scott. Tell her to use Scott's phone. Oh, my goodness.
Good at CrossFit, bad at podcasting. I agree.
Sebon and team, awesome work. Kids are watching me again. No school. Can we keep it light on the language? I will try. Okay. Fair.
Can you guys hear us?
Yeah. Can you hear
We'll
us?
try.
You guys are just super faint, so we can't.
How about
really
now?
Hear
Can you hear us now? What's your name? Why are those buildings so close to the ocean? What's going to happen?
Like a chipmunk.
What's going to happen when the ocean rises and takes those buildings away?
Oh, no. We don't want this view. There we go. So what we're seeing now is that's a volunteer in the white shirt, and he's setting up the barbells for the event.
So event number 3 for the women's elite teams. It looks like heat 1 is over, and then it will be heat 2. I believe there's 3 heats. Is that right, Will?
Yes.
And so we will be tuning in for heat 3, just so you know, so we can watch Mayfem.
What about now, Souza?
And
again?
we're going to try watching our language on the show today. We have some younger kids watching.
It needs to be changed
So
to
bad.
it needs to be changed to speakerphone instead of regular.
How do I
Yeah.
do that?
Go to the mic settings and read me off the options.
Fuck. How much longer before you compete right now?
She has an hour. She hates us. She regrets
She's
agreeing
like, why
to
would
it.
I ever say yes to this?
Yeah. Hey, I almost feel bad, like we should leave her alone. Oh, Sam Kopp says Heat 3 is starting next. Okay. All right. We'll give one more try with...
I have no idea.
Is that Souza we hear?
Yeah.
Yeah, we hear you great, Matt. We hear
Hey.
you great, Matt.
Souza. Matt.
No, he can't hear us.
He should just interview her. Why are we waiting for her? We don't need to talk to her, you know?
It's a good point. He's going to ask her something silly.
That's true.
But better he ask her something silly than no interview at all. Someone needs to tell her how great she is and how much we appreciate her. I mean, that's why I want to talk to her.
Yeah.
Holy cow! You're saving. You're bringing excitement, and you're saving the women's event.
It's true. Okay, so I guess we'll talk about what we're watching right now. I guess it's about the Heat 3 of the women. It's the MIA complex, which is not really a complex, but it's 9-6-3 rep scheme. For the females, it's 185, 195, 205, 9 hang cleans, 9 front squats, 9 shoulder to overhead, and then the same 6-3. And so I don't know. We don't know what the work, like how they have to split it up. I'm going to switch back to the actual feed though.
Oh my goodness! Oh my goodness! Oh, how nice! You coming for heat number 3? You're too big time to do the other heats. I love it.
No, the kids are eating snacks right now, so it was like my one moment of levity.
Okay,
I
let's
come
see
on
if
and say hi.
Okay, ladies and gentlemen, we're getting overwhelmed by star power here. We have Ellie Turner down in the bottom box, and we have Chase Ingram while his children eat. And we have heat number 3, which is which is the elite women's final heat where Mayfem is. And what was the other team that was that was putting it to him with Kristen Holter?
Team Krieger.
Go Watch should have a good one today too with Mia Hesketh.
Chase, are you surprised that Mayfem's not winning? And yesterday, did you watch them at all yesterday? I saw they didn't seem like there was any urgency, like when they were picking up the worm. Is that normal?
Well, the thing is like I'm not sure if that's a full person worm.
And then do that, you could hear.
And so having
right?
3
Just,
completely
put it
changes the way it's used, and it's not like Haley has any experience with that. So I think they're at a disadvantage with Haley having no experience with worm thrusters. But you look at the other 2 teams that were in there, and Mayfem looked great in event 1, but like Holta held it down for Krieger by herself at the end, so she can actually have 2 teammates help her out in an event. That set him up pretty well for event 2 yesterday.
Yeah, that finish was crazy on that. And if you're looking right now on the screen, the team on the left is Kristen Holta and Team Krieger. Then the middle team that just moved forward is Mayfem, and the team to the right of them is Go Wad that Chase was talking about.
Okay, stand by, guys. Let's see if we can hear Ellie. Ellie, can you hear us?
Yeah, so we're just going to kind of do a little relay thing here because there's no way we could get it to here. But when she talks, you guys will be able to hear it into my AirPods.
Okay. Can she? So why don't you just ask her a couple questions? Does she know how good she's doing? Is she nervous?
Do you know how good you're doing? Are you nervous?
I'm always nervous going to a competition, but the results from yesterday, I guess I feel like there's a little bit more eyes on me, but it doesn't really change the amount of nerves that I was already feeling.
Did you guys get that okay?
Yes. Yep. Can you tell her that she basically is 99% of the story in the women's division now, that there wasn't a lot of excitement to the women's division, and now all of a sudden she's made it like the thing to watch?
So do you realize that you're 90% of the reason why now the women's competition is exciting, because there wasn't much reason to watch, but now you've given us all a reason to watch? How does that make you feel?
I don't know about that, but I mean, it's sort of nice going in and slide under the radar a little bit, and I do enjoy doing that. I didn't expect an event win, so to have 2 in one day was just like mind blowing.
Do you check the leaderboard often? Are you watching that closely?
No, not at all. Like, there's just a few things that I wanted to work on this competition, and that doesn't change based on the results. It's still just do what I can do and work on what I need to work on, and like the rest will take care of itself.
And how are you feeling about this event you're going to go into now?
Yeah, good. It's always, I think the first event on each day is always a little bit nerve-wracking, getting back out there and going through everything again. But no, I like a barbell, so hopefully it goes smoothly.
How's the body feeling so far?
Yeah, good. Definitely woke up when I went to sit out of bed. I noticed my abs a little bit from all those weighted GHDs. But no, I'm good and ready to go.
Awesome. And how's the temperature out here for you? Is it hot on the floor relative to where you normally train, or is this comfortable?
It is like warm. You can definitely notice it, especially on the floor with the black flooring. Definitely radiates off. But I'm coming from summer back in Australia, so I'm sort of used to heat a little bit, which is a bit of an advantage. I know a lot of people.
Souza, we got to let you go, buddy. We got to cover this. And we lost her audio.
I love the sun. It's like great.
Awesome.
Thank you, Souza. Tell Ellie thank you. We're going to try again later. Tell her thank you so much. We're going to bug her again later.
Ellie, thank you so much for jumping through all these hoops. Savon said we're going to we'll shoot you.
Hey, that's Chase. That's exactly what Vellner told us day one. That like that first workout, everyone's going to feel that the rest of the week. And I think
really?
Specifically, he said the GHD sit-ups. So now we have that confirmed from Colton and her that like, hey, that one stayed with me.
Well, I mean, you think 100 weighted GHD sit-ups under maximum intensity, like if it was just a regular 100 in a bulk set, I think it'd be less detrimental. But the way it was set up, because they had to go so fast, yeah, they're going to be feeling that for the rest of the weekend. That's a tough one to do in event 1.
I am not exaggerating when I tell you this, people. If you have not done a GHD sit-up and you went and did 5 today, full range of motion, you would feel them tomorrow like no other. I'm not even joking, right?
Yeah.
Like, just go get on the GHD and just try to do 5 and see how you feel the next day. You're going to feel like someone kicked you in the stomach. So 100 weighted is insane.
Yeah. Well, it looks like Goad won this one. I wonder who said they were going to do well.
So you have COVID right now, Chase?
Yes.
Are you okay? Can we catch that? Because you're not masked up, or like what's going on here?
Well, so I was supposed to be broadcasting this with everybody, and my son was sent home around lunchtime on Tuesday. I was supposed to leave on Wednesday with a fever, so we got him tested just to do our due diligence there. He ended up being positive, so I went and got tested as well, and I was negative. But I decided to make the decision to stay home with the family while they got through this, as opposed to leaving and going to broadcast. So, of course, a few days later, being in close contact with my son, I ended up getting it as well. So,
you just tested again?
Yeah.
There's rumors that you guys had him spit into a blender and just made a shake for the whole family, so you guys could get it over. Is there any truth to those rumors?
We didn't make it that disgusting. We just, gave each other some hugs and kisses and did it old school style. When I got chickenpox as a kid, it was like, all right, time to go play with your brothers and the neighbors' friends. That's basically how we're approaching it at the moment.
Well, and I'm glad you're feeling okay.
Thank you.
You sound great.
Thank you.
It's kind of fun when you're when you use your voice for a living and you get like a little bit of sick and you're okay with it, because it kind of like you can play with it a little bit. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I mean, like I said, I don't take this stuff far too seriously. The broadcast side, I don't know if you can hear my daughter singing in the background. But,
I can. It's very nice. That's not copyrighted, is it? We're not going to get blocked on the stream, are we?
No, I think that's an original. So you guys, we haven't copyrighted it yet.
The men are about to go. You said something earlier before Ellie came on that Kristen Holta was holding down the fort for her team, and in event one, we kind of saw Rich do that yesterday for his team, right?
Yeah, I don't think they really needed to use Rich at the level at which they did. They put him in a position to where they're going to use him as much every single round, whereas the way that was set up for the men's side is like you could have only done 2 men per round and been fine with it, but they use Rich a lot. I don't think it really matters for someone like Rich getting used that much, because especially how the way things shook out in event 2, being hindered by Luke a little bit for the chest bar pull-ups.
Look at this. Mayfem took second. Wow.
Well, yeah, if you got Andrea Nisler and Taylor Williamson in there, they probably would have got second without Haley Adams.
But are you surprised they didn't take first, is what I'm saying?
No, I actually thought GoWad was going to win this event.
Do you think they're going to win the whole thing?
No, I think.
Oh, sorry. 1 second, Chase. Yeah. Let's hear Jamie. Sorry, 1 second.
European and World Olympic lifting. How did you guys bring that to this event?
I mean, it's really an advantage when you have to wait for like 20 minutes before starting to lift. So that's the same in the weightlifting meet as well. And then just knowing the movements, like you can do them and you can do this weight like over and over again is really important. So.
And Mia, you had a baby 1 year ago. That is amazing. Your strength, your display of strength. What did it take for you to come back to this level of competition?
I mean, I took it quite easy to start off with. I think it's easy to wanted to get back to heavyweights really quick, but I tried to stay calm and build out slowly and trust that the weights would come back when my body was ready.
And finally, so that you were the one who brought this team home. What was going through your mind in those final 3? Oh, shoulder to overhead.
Don't Julie do one shoulder to overhead. No, it was, I just wanted to see if I could do it. And I knew the time from the previous heat, and I knew we were right at that time. So I was like, I have to send it if we're going to win.
Thank you, ladies, so much.
Thank you.
Sevon, that's your girl, Silve.
It is all
Sigurdur.
Hey, those are the girls who live on that island with Wonder Woman. that was surreal. They don't even look human, right?
That was awesome.
Chase, that leaderboard's not correct, right? Team Krieger should still be in first. Those points weren't correct. The leaderboard.
Yeah, right. A 3-way tie. Is that what it says?
The points are a 3-way tie, but I believe Team Krieger's still in first because they just lost 6 points, and I think
because they have a tie for first and they got first, so yeah, they should be in first place overall if there's a tie.
So there was a lot of talk. I think that's for the women's. I mean, both women's races have gotten way more interesting than people first looking at it. At least a lot of people, when they looked at it, would first think people thought Mayfem was going to run away with it and possibly win. If There's people saying that they could possibly win every event, which is not, I mean, you look at, they have possibly the 2 best women's teams athletes and one of the top fittest individuals in the world. So that race is suddenly a lot more interesting. You got a 2-way tie between them and GoWad, who has Julie Hogard, who competed in Dubai, and also Solveig Sigurdarder, who's on that team. And then you have Kristen Holta in that team as well. So that race is way more interesting. And then obviously Ellie Turner, like Sevon was saying, has made the women's individual race suddenly a lot more interesting after losing people like Danielle Brandon and stuff that aren't in it anymore.
Well, it's not just Danielle Brandon. It was Manon Agonese and
right.
Who was the third one? That was
Hey, how would she have done in that flip event, Manon Agonese? Would she have killed that?
I think she would have done well. I mean, she's definitely a stronger athlete, and she's a very good athlete and pretty well-rounded. And I think if she paced it out appropriately, she would have fared well. I don't think she would have been top 5 or anything like that, but she would have had an impact on your top 10 for sure.
That's one of Sevon's favorites.
Yeah, at Rogue, she was touch and going the 100-pound sandbag.
Yeah, and the sandbag.
And I don't think anyone else did that
at Dubai.
At Dubai, yeah.
Sorry, at Dubai. Sorry.
Well,
Dubai.
And there's the thing too, is like that sandbag relative to the women's field now is not a heavy sandbag. Like 100 pounds needs to be bumped up. And I think the majority of the women's weights in competition, they have reached a point now as far as the evolution of the sport where they need to start using different percentages relative to what the men are using.
That's interesting. You say that the discrepancy. Then what would happen to this group? Because the discrepancy between let's say the top 10 women and the bottom 30 women is already massive, right?
Yes.
And then if Tia was here, she would just be mopping the floor with everyone, right?
Pretty much. Yeah. Especially the first 2.
Right. I mean, so how can you say that? Won't that, how can you say that if that's only true for such a small percentage of the women?
I guess when you look at it for the relative field they're competing against, I was probably looking at more relative to the men's side, even though there are 2 separate divisions and they don't compete against each other. But you take that chipper from Dubai, for example, that had 60 sandbag cleans in it. It was a normal chipper for the women. The sandbag cleans were just a part of it. But for the men with 150, even though the percentages are correct based off what we're used to, it was a sandbag clean event. And, you see the same thing with, barbell complexes like this. I'm curious to see what the time difference is between the men and the women here. It's not like the women are infinitely that much better than the men, but I think they are relative to the weights that they're using. And yes, will it make will the rich get richer if they amp up the weights a little bit, which doesn't allow some of your weaker athletes to play in the sand as much? Maybe. Will it evolve the sport on the women's side even more than it already has over the last 15 years? I think yes.
Hey, what about this thought? These events put so much wear and tear on the athletes, right?
Did you just mean off-season events or these events in particular?
All events, just any CrossFit competition from the games to your local comp. I mean, it puts some insane wear on you, right? It's like those fights that go in the UFC that go 5 rounds, 25 minutes, and you don't recognize the guys. Like you only get so many of those, right?
Well, and when you look at it, it's 8 events over the course of 4 days. And if you look at their training, they train way more than that over the course of 4 days. The problem is the intensity at which they're attacking these events. So yes, you're right. It's because 8 maximum intensity tests over the course of 4 straight days is much different than their training days, even though they may do more work in a training cycle during the week, but not at this intensity. So yes, I do think it can bring some wear and tear, but it also depends on what a lot of these athletes are trying to get out of it, right? If they're just trying to get their legs back underneath them, this is a training weekend. If they're trying to win first place and take home some cash, maybe like Pat Vellner, yeah, he's going to feel that for a couple weeks after this event's over.
Where I was going with that, and you kind of answered it, even though I was asking a bunch of loaded questions, was do the programmers for these events have a responsibility, being that not to hurt the athletes? Obviously, in the really big picture and extreme, yes. But basically what you're saying is like, hey, no matter what you program, you get all the fastest guys in the world together, and they're going to put the wear and tear on themselves. Like even if you were to lower the weight, that just means they're going to go faster, and the wear and tear is going to be there regardless because of the pressure cooker, right?
Yeah, and it is, even like regardless if it was just a one-off event, it is incumbent on the programmer to make sure that the programming is safe as far as the volume and intensity over the course of the weekend. I do think that is a big part of programming overall. At the end, yes, you would hope that they don't program the whole kitchen sink weekend. I think we saw a lot of that probably after the 2012 season, when all these training camps started, like what was that awful training program? Overlord the Outlaw Way. I think the Outlaw Way single-handedly set CrossFit programming back for 4 or 5 years of overtraining and overuse injuries. And programmers started to get into these off-season events where there was a giant dick measuring contest of whose programming is harder than the other event's programming. I think we have definitely gotten away from that once I think education has come into play. So now I don't think you see it as much, but there was a time there when, it was a little sketchy.
I'm trying to remember the Outlaw guy. That was Akinwale's, where she trained, right? Wasn't that her boyfriend or her husband or something for a while?
I don't know about that part. I know she was doing Outlaw Way, and Helena Fortunato was a part of that group for a while. Gosh, what was his name? I think his name was Rudy.
Yes. I went to one of his events in Palm Springs. It was actually pretty good. People complained about the way it was filmed, but I was like, man, look at the way we're doing ours.
Well, my daughter just took a header into the wall, so I'm gonna have to hop off for a second.
Can we see that?
Yeah, Blake, come here. Come here. Oh my goodness.
Colin, thank you.
This is
Chase, one last question about you. Are you going to train while you have COVID?
Actually, I haven't been doing any CrossFit per se. I've been just running outside and rowing outside. I think, hey.
So you'll sweat? You'll sweat a little bit?
Oh, yeah. I'm trying to get outside as much as I can just to get some sunlight and some, fresh air, just to get the blood flowing.
And how about your diet? Will you change your diet at all?
I've wanted to, but I'm eating as clean as I possibly can and doing a lot of vitamins and nutrients. So, basically just doing the whole prescription of trying to eat healthy, move, and, natural immunity kind of stuff.
So when you say you're not doing CrossFit, you're just doing the bottom of the pyramid. You're not doing any of the stuff on the top.
Yeah, just working on the cardiorespiratory endurance part. Just,
and the nutrition
30-minute rows, 30-minute runs, not doing anything intense just because I need to sweat more than I need to train. But I just want to make sure I keep the body moving.
Cool. Hey, we'll keep sending you links every heat. Dude, okay. I can't tell you how stoked we are to have you on. It's been quite a morning.
Yeah, sorry it's been a little hectic on my end here, but, like I said, I'm home with 2 kids and a house full of COVID, so doing the best I can.
Yeah, it's how we roll. Come back anytime, buddy.
All right, thank you, guys.
Khalipa's going to come on, I think, here in about 30 minutes. Oh, all right, bye.
So we're getting a live look at the athlete warm-up area. Thanks to our friend Chad.
Oh, nice.
There is
Chad.
one of the Panchiks with his American flag knee sleeves on. Don't know which one it is. It's either Saxon or Spencer.
And look at those 2 guys that just escaped from jail over there with the stripes on.
Hey, they're right there. I see them.
Colin, coffee is on me for the Wodapalooza crew.
Hey,
this isn't for the California hippie.
Those guys are wearing hats like you.
Are they? Those are wool?
Yeah. I don't know if they're wool, but that if there's a team that you would sponsor, that is the team.
I know those guys are built like me too.
Well, yeah, they look cool. I like that. It's like their costumes. Team Go Wad.
That's the their female team's the one in the lead, right?
Oh, that's a French team.
Hey,
no wonder they look French.
I'm on the
there they are. Look at the Panchiks.
I'm on the female leaderboard, and it says Mayfem and Team Goa took 19th. Is that incorrect?
Yeah, they haven't updated the last heat. So from what I've seen, the site updates everything really quickly until the final heat because I think they want to confirm all the scores before they submit everything, and so everything gets updated except for the final heat really quickly.
So Team Krieger is in for the women's team is getting tight.
Yeah. Hey, some people are saying that Mayfem only did 8 out of 9, or they didn't do all their shoulders to overhead.
And is it known? Is it known? Is it their fault or is it the judge's fault?
Definitely judge's fault. I've watched when I've been watching. It looks like the judge advances. Oh, someone just fell. Do you guys see that? I hope you guys saw that in the bottom. But that's the judge's fault. The judge tells them when to advance to the next bar. But you would think they would know. But I guess if a judge tells you to advance, you advance.
Oh.
That guy's a security guard. He's buff.
Men's Heat 2, cruising up to the venue. Teams, elite teams. And then after this, we'll see Froning and friends. And the boys, Noah Olson, Chandler, Travis Mayer.
I think it's this team right here that you saw, the Army Warrior team. It's expected to do really good in this event.
What was the fall you saw? I wasn't even paying attention. What happened?
There's a guy that tried to clean, and wow, that guy just kicked his bar. There's a guy that tried to clean this last weight of 315 and completely fell backwards. Almost hit his head on the bar behind him.
Ooh. So that guy's hand cleaning 315 right there? Hang squat clean? That's 315?
Correct. Yeah, so for the men, this workout, the weights are 275, 295, and 315.
This is nuts. Is that the guy who just kicked his bar?
Yeah. And the guy who fell backwards.
That's the same guy? That's a big boy. So. Look at how wide that grip is.
He's not repping HWPO very well, I'll say that much.
Does he have HWPO shirt on?
Yeah, Matt's going to revoke that. You see Matt just walk on the floor, take it off his back.
Just a pair of scissors, just.
Yeah. Is Chandler going to destroy this workout, Travis? That team should destroy this workout, yes.
Yeah, Travis Mayer is going to destroy this.
If that team doesn't get first, it'll be shocking. They can all move all this weight very proficiently.
All right, time. That's it, right?
Yeah.
Has anyone finished this?
Yeah, for sure. So the other team to look at that could potentially, it's a team that's not really in contention for podium at all, but is the U.S. Army Warrior Fitness team should do really, really well at this event. Some really strong guys. And yes, Chandler's form is horrendous, but he always gets the bar up. If you think of the weights people were putting up at Rogue, right? They were putting up with that complex that was a clean and then a front squat, shoulder, or then a jerk and then a front squat. They were putting up, 345, 350 on that. And so these guys should be able to do 315.
Hey, can we see the guys walking in? I think we're on the wrong video. There we go. Here we go.
For this workout on Mayhem's and Paradise team, Angelo is probably the weak link in this workout, but I think that team Mayhem should also do really well at this. They do a lot of this type of training. A lot of stuff like this they'll do together. If you watch their videos on YouTube, you'll see a lot of this type of work from them. So they'll do well as well.
Souza, where are the boys? Where are Noah and
next heat? I think this is the second heat of male team now.
My bad. Okay.
So we got one more group. I'm gonna hang out here and I'm gonna capture them as they walk in, and then we'll get them in the crowd. See if we get them for a few interviews. Were you guys able to hear Ellie Turner? Okay. Like how was the sound volume? Was it terrible?
It's pretty bad. It was still nice. It was still nice. It was it was 80% like flexing, like, hey, look, the Sevon podcast got Ellie Turner. We're badasses. Look, we got Colton. It was more like that. And then 20% actually listened to her. But it did. I mean, it's worth the flex. I mean, I think we got to try again. I would really love to know what that problem is, because like right now we hear you.
Yeah, well, the issue, like, it's quiet enough back there where we shouldn't have sound issues, but when I took my AirPods off, we just, for whatever reason, could not hear it out of the phone. So I have to figure out how to make that louder, because if we could hear it out of the phone, it's quiet enough back there to get some really good interviews.
Well,
or how about just some headphones with like a mic that dangles down from the side? Like
or the headsets. The headsets could work back there.
Yeah, why not? Go ahead, Matt.
I'll grab the headset and see if that'll work, because that should work back there. The issue with the headset was we just weren't able to hear very well out of it, but that was mostly because of the music, not because of the headset. We realized afterwards. So we'll
because that's a great spot to grab some athletes in that briefing area.
Maybe we'll take a poll from the crowd. How upset would the athletes be if I tried to hand them my AirPods to put in their ears? Is 1 out of 10, is that gross or is that not?
Gross. Gross. I'm pretty open to like anything. I don't want to stick someone's earpod in my ear.
I wouldn't do it, but if you told me I was live and you said, "Here's my AirPods," everyone will put them in their ears.
Kind of weird though.
Kind of weird for sure.
Oh, Sarah, you're too kind, ma'am. Thank you so much. We really, 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 really appreciate it. Those are the kind of things that make it so now it's like he'll probably run out to the store and grab a headphone so we can get better interviews. Thank you, Sarah. Seriously.
And awesome last name.
Yes, great last name.
So yeah, we're watching the second heat of men's teams of 3. They just started 9 reps on the 275 bar.
That really is the way. Let me just tell Souza, can you hear us?
Yeah.
That is, someone just suggested, I mean, the real way to do it, just to cut the AirPods off, is just to turn off Bluetooth and then hand your phone over to someone.
I tried that, and for whatever reason, the speaker still was not loud. So it's I think it's a setting issue in the phone for sure, because it was really, really quiet. So I'll play with it during our break here, and we'll get it dialed in.
Okay.
I think it is like, it's going to like your earpiece, how you would be on the phone instead of the speaker on the iPhone.
Say that again, Will. You're a little quieter.
For some reason, it's going, when you take off your AirPods, it's going to like the speaker that you would put in your ear for a phone call rather than like speakerphone.
Yeah, I'm not really sure why. I tried to connect her AirPods to it too. I don't know if you guys saw that, but it didn't work.
Katie, you don't get to give money and then tell us where to give it. That's a no-go. But DM me and I'll give you Will's phone number, and you can compensate him any way you feel he deserves. Thank you.
Okay, easy. We have a hot air balloon today.
Do we? Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Look how packed that stadium is. It's just almost filled up
with a ton of shirtless people.
Awesome.
People. The problem is that they will not heat you guys. It's too loud over there. Here. Gotcha. Oh, Bruce. You're killing me, buddy. You're killing me. Have they started commentating the stream yet?
Yeah, probably.
I don't think they have. I think they'll wait until the final heat. Let's go see if they're talking over there.
Okay.
Hang cleans. And it's Mark Hutchinson for Slightly Swole on the left side of your screen at 295 on the hang cleans. Tristan Majorano back on the barbell for the Minutemen.
Why are they called the Minutemen?
The Minutemen had a strong performance.
They're all related to Paul Revere.
Last night, cracking the top 10, finishing 8th. So another strong performance here. Keep him climbing up the leaderboard. Could potentially punch him into the top 10 overall.
They're in 14th place after 2 events, 113 total points. They are 27 points back of Sam Sorella, who's sitting in 10th right now. Minutemen on the right, Slightly Swole on the left. Time to beat again, 4:44.95 seconds from new performance in heat number 1.
We saw, close one there with Evan.
Rogers bailing out of that.
Thankfully, able to get it out of the way. We saw with
that was tough.
Heats, it all came down to kind of the final jerk and that heavy barbell.
Yes. That dude did almost die. I agree.
Evan's struggling already with the shoulder to overhead. Looks like Jacob opting for the split jerk early. That could be the difference maker.
Jacob Pfaff and Slightly Swole are trying to stay ahead of the team on the right, the Minutemen, who have just 2 shoulder to overhead remaining now. Majorano back on the barbell for his team on the right side. It's Mark Hutchinson.
All right, it looks like the boys are lining up in the corral. Can we check it out, Will?
They are now done with Slightly.
Thank you, Sean. Oh, yeah, there we are. Travis Mayer, Chandler Smith.
Great job last night, guys. You crushed that one.
Noah. Oh, do we have 2 cameras there?
Yeah. Thank you, Noah.
Yeah, Chad. Nice ab shot.
Oh, and James
Newberry. Oh,
Yeah.
Chad muted himself, so we can't hear.
It's double.
Savon, where are you? No one wants to know.
Just staring into his eyes. Just staring into his eyes from the comfort of my own house.
Staring into your eyes, he said.
Hey, I have those same glasses Chandler has. Look it, right here. Bam. Look at that. Twins, yep, twinsies. Where's the is that Rich we see deep in the tunnel with the glasses on?
Yeah.
Ah, there he is. Look at he's smaller than DeChico and Luke Parker, right?
Yeah.
Significantly.
Oh, a nice massage.
Chandler Smith getting last minute prayer in, maybe.
He's belted up too. Oh, the hat's falling off.
Travis Mayer walking to the front of the line.
Oh, you're good. Go ahead. That's okay. Don't worry about it.
Oh, there's that French team. Hey, Travis, just because you did well at the games doesn't mean you can cut everyone.
Yeah, just walk back and forth. I think he's fronting on Rich's team. Just like, hey,
Yeah,
look
he's
at
like,
me.
Hey, boys, this is ours.
Yep. Oh, and there's DeLugos. We got to get that guy in the podcast at some time. The giant guy that's with the Australians.
Yep.
I'd love to challenge everyone who enjoys this to make a small donation. You spend at least $20 to see a movie, and these guys are giving us so much. Do what you can to support. Oh, Chris Thompson. Dude. Crazy kind, you guys. For the best podcast and live stream at WZA, Renata Novantana. Thank you. It's crazy generous. You guys, seriously, nuts. This raw content is more original CrossFit. It reminds me of the behind the scenes mix with the TDC. Used to just call events on the floor. Keep it up. Rory Marlowe. Thank you. With the green fingerprints.
No, you're good. You're going to be
Oh,
live
nice,
on
Chad.
YouTube, though.
Nice, Chad. Hey, so this guy, Chad Photography, this guy just like so many of you, just people we've befriended through the podcast and through Instagram. He said he was going to be there, and he's been firing off photos and video and just hooking us up. And when I say us, I mean all of us who are watching. And then, of course, I can't thank enough. You know.
AncestralSupplements.com. What up?
Khalipa in
What's
the
up, Jason?
house.
Hey, fired up, ready to rock. You know what I mean?
How is oh my goodness, you guys, Abram, thank you so much. Abram Gibson. Thank you, buddy. My middle name is Adam. You just dropped that B.
I didn't realize you can give money on this platform, Savon. I'm using the wrong platform for my podcast. This is great.
You can give love and intellect like Jason Khalipa, or you can give this Skrilla like Sarah Skirvin. Thank you, Sarah. Wad Zombie, what Chris said. What did Chris say? Let me go back to Chris. What did Chris say? Oh, yeah. Chris is a good dude. You guys are awesome. Thank you so much, guys. Holy cow. Jason, how was jiu-jitsu this morning?
Oh, man. So this morning I rolled with nothing but law enforcement officers, actually. So it was great. And it was great. It was just a great group of guys, 3 down. I'll tell you what's really interesting, and not to like derail this conversation, but while we're waiting, I've been wearing this blood glucose monitor, and when I do jujitsu, it spikes like no other. I mean, I don't know if you can see my
closer.
You can't really see my right.
Oh yes.
Look at that spike.
Yes.
And so it's like straight up. And I don't know if it's like a fight or flight mode for your body, but I want to understand more about it, because compared to when I do, CrossFit, traditional, our workouts, it doesn't spike like that. But in jiu-jitsu, it just, I don't know. Anyways.
Yeah, that's I've definitely someone has spoken on that, and I've heard about that. Definitely, I mean, I've always heard that working out will spike your insulin. But you're right. I think you're onto something. There's definitely probably someone out there who knows fight or flight. Your body somehow takes something that you have and immediately breaks it down into sugar, right? So that you can activate and explode, and then that's your insulin trying to deal with the sugar, right?
Yeah, I mean, I think it's your body's just basically secreting the glucose to kind of give you this rush of energy from this fight or flight. And then what's really interesting is like right after the event's over, what's really telling is how quickly it drops back down. So anyways, I'm just playing with it, but here we go. We got the elite team.
Real quick here, G Congo, thanks for all team. CrossFit fired staff are the greatest. Thank you. And Jason wasn't fired. Jason retired and started his own empire, the NC Fit empire. We have Ivan Vasquez. Thank you, guys. Holy cow, guys. This is nuts. Jake Anderson, love you, buddy. I don't smoke weed, but thank you. It's cool. I mean, I respect. You could come smoke one and burn one down at my house.
You totally seem like the kind of guy who would just be burning it all day.
I hate it when people say that.
I mean, in a good way.
There is no good way,
dude.
It means I slur. It means I drive a hoopty.
Man, a hoopty.
I love what you guys are doing. Amanda Stack, Elisa Carr Radano, your doll. Thank you. Killer coverage. Off topic, Sevon, get Rob and Dana Lynn Bailey on.
Oh yeah,
they'd be awesome and have a huge following. I don't know who that is.
I could introduce you if you want. Yeah, they're nice. They're super nice people.
You guys, I did piggyback off of Jason Khalipa, and that's why we've had Nikki Rodriguez on twice. That was all because of Jason. So thank you, Jason.
Oh yeah, dude. Nicky Rod's the man, dude. Hey, thanks, Liz. I appreciate your comments. Thank you to everyone. Really appreciate being on the podcast. And to answer your question, Sarah, I'm currently using one called Signos. I'm not sponsored. I'm not paid by them. I'm just trying it out. And if you give me like another month, I'll really give you feedback on it.
Guys, I will circle back to the comments here in a second, and I want to ask Jason why he was rolling with police, but let's just get focused here for a second, because we got Froning, DeChico,
4:44.95 seconds.
Travis Mayer, Luke Parker, Noah Olson, and Chandler Smith down there.
You look at Noah Olson working on the front squats.
Jason, is 315 heavy?
I mean, I think it's pretty heavy. What do you think?
I mean, I've deadlifted 315. It's my PR, and these guys are hang cleaning it.
Dude, look at, oh my gosh. Look at them man.
The boys are in the middle. That's Travis, Noah, and Chandler. To the left is the boys from Down Under, which is James Newberry in that group. And to the right of them is Invictus team.
That's so difficult to bring that bar back down to your shoulder. So much weight, so much load coming right back on your shoulder like that. But they're handling it. That's for sure. Here we go, Noah. Let's see what he's got.
Yeah. So again, the male load is 275 right here for the rep 9 reps, and then 295, and then 315.
So we just saw Newberry had trouble with 275. Does that mean 315? He's going to be out of that rotation?
Possibly. Yeah, they can divide it up however they want. Here's
It's
Travis.
interesting watching Noah take the technique of split jerks individually and watching Chandler kind of almost like push jerk that. Different techniques is pretty interesting to see.
This is crazy. Travis Mayer's just repping that. What was that?
295.
And what was the first bar?
275.
And this is Logan Collins right here? Who's this?
I have no idea. Probably Logan.
Yeah. That first bar wasn't 315. It was still heavy though.
Right. 275.
Yeah. Hey, Zachary, appreciate your comment. Actually, if you want to go ahead and send in your, just go ahead and email me, jason@nc.fit. I'd love to talk to you about that. Love more clarity.
Catherine Schaefer, thank you. Seema, you're always around. Awesome. Thank you so much. Will, you the man, buddy. The only guys making sense these days. We need you. Thanks, man. 7 for Sevon. I like it, Brian. Jason, by the way, Jason, they're usually pretty generous, but it's never poured in like this. So don't get all excited. Don't be like, oh, damn, fuck this show. I'm starting my own YouTube channel tomorrow.
Yeah. Hey, where's the one allocated to Jason? No, I'm just
there you see Travis on the bottom right. They just moved to the round of 3 to finish. The time to beat was like 4:44. So they're crushing that time. And then on the left side is Team Hercules, which is, Travis Williams, Roy Gamboa, and Logan Collins.
How your boys from Mayhem doing? How's the crew? What's up, our boy Rich?
It's hard to see because they're pretty far over.
I know. Do we have a camera on them? Is Heidi's camera on them?
I only see one camera in the stadium, but hers is kind of laggy. They're not on the round of 3, that's for sure. They would be to the right.
So I don't get, are they allowed to squat clean? Let's see what Chandler does, because it looked like
they can squat clean. Yeah. No, it's it's hang cleans. Well, yeah, they can squat. They can squat.
What did he just do?
So Chandler, I don't know, sure.
He power clean into 2.
He just had 2 shoulder overheads.
They only had to do 1 with the final weight. 1 rep of each. So it's like, I think it's 3 with the first weight, Jason.
No. No? It's 9, 6, 3. The athletes can divide it up however they want.
Okay.
Yeah. Oh,
but
okay.
They have to do hang cleans first, and then front squats, and then shoulders overhead. So that last clean was just to get it up.
Got it. Here we go.
This is what I'm thinking the whole time too. Look how close they are. Wrong bounce, and there goes their career. I mean, they are close.
They are very close. Now, I will say, watching this on a TV screen, I know it looks like they're hella, like very, very close. They're probably not as close as it seems, but they're definitely close, And these guys, you got to remember, like, for any coaches listening, I've been in the gym coaching and training for, years. And so I feel like I have pretty good awareness around me of what's going on. A lot of these guys have probably been training for so long. They have some decent awareness, but that's not to say they are pretty close to each other.
The commentary we wanted right here. Thank you, Megan. Thank you, Jason, for coming on. Thank you, Scott Panchik, for coming on this morning. Ellie Turner. It's been a great day.
Scott Panchik came on this morning?
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
Shout out to Khalipa. Was at Wodapalooza in 2020. Took my shirt off during the Hinshaw session. He told me I wasn't working out fast enough to have my shirt off. Oh, oh yes.
Jiggy Josh, I'm not going to lie. I could probably see myself saying that, but probably in a joking manner. Hopefully you took it as so.
That is so good. Roland, thanks again, brother.
Strong, man.
Yeah, they're Seven's favorite team.
Crushing it all.
Oh,
they're French. It's the French Gowad team.
Oh, okay.
Julie Slowinski, crushing it. Y'all know bullshit, just awesome conversation. Everyone geeking out together. Surprising when Sevon pronounces my last name correctly. I mean, if the letters are lined up right, I can do it. It's just when shit gets really squirrely, when you got a bunch of weird letters. Like,
hey, Sevon.
Yes.
Chris Thompson dropped you $50, bro.
I know. I think that guy started the storm.
Dude.
There was someone at the top who started the storm.
Man.
Sevon showing why he was in charge of the media team, killing it with volunteers, iPhones, and Stream Team Bravo. Nash. Dude, I think this guy's donated 3 times yesterday, maybe.
I think Rich Froning should win the award for greatest beard.
Dude, it's
Seriously.
epic.
It's epic.
It's epic. Yeah. Can you do that, Jason? Can you grow that beard?
You know what? You'd think with my my Persian blood, I'd be able to.
Yeah.
But it ends up, 2 things happen. I don't know if anybody listening has the same reaction. 2 things happens. It gets to a certain point where it starts getting itchy, and I don't want to get past that. It's like, fuck it. It feels itchy. And then the other is my wife says that she won't kiss me if I have a beard. So, you know, you got to do what you got to do.
Mine, I can grow one like that, but because I don't tend to it just looks like someone took a handful of pubic hair and just threw it at my face.
Yeah.
And I'm not really down with that.
Well, you had one for a while, right?
I did. I had a big old, I looked like a preacher.
Yeah.
Priest, like an Armenian priest.
Preach on, brother.
So this isn't good for, this isn't good. This isn't a good finish for Mayhem.
This is not a good finish for Mayhem.
Let me see if I can find the leaderboard. Do you see? Oh, I'm on the leaderboard right
now. Is that team for Mayhem? I don't know if you guys know this, but is that team for Mayhem the same gentlemen that are going to be on the team or some of for the actual games team?
They haven't announced their new team yet, but speculation is that, yes, Chase Hill will be replaced by either Angelo or Luke.
Total speculation. Total speculation. We lost Jason. Jason would have loved this. Bossman Fitness. Dude, really? Thank you. That's why you're the bossman. Paul Desmond, absolutely best podcast in the game. Friends of TDC. Thanks, Paul. Oh, Paul, where do you've been in the comments all day yesterday too. Thank you. Hey, look at this, Jason.
Yeah.
2 back-to-back.
No, dude, bro, I'm in the wrong business. I'm really in the wrong business. You know, next thing, hey, you know what we need to do? We need to have like a Bitcoin version of this, right? Just get some crypto going.
Hey, when we see Jamie Hagaya interview these guys afterwards, can we get a can we hear what that conversation? Because she's brilliant.
Yeah.
Oh man.
It's a good crew. Oh, Sam Dancer.
Yeah.
Hey, so Jason, that team is called the Smith Bros, and it was supposed to be Alec, Dane, and Ben.
Yeah.
And I'm not sure what happened to Ben and Dane, but they stepped out, and Street Horner and Sam Dancer jumped in with like 24 hours notice. How is it those guys? How is it that Sam Dancer can just jump into a competition like this? Are you friends with him?
Yeah, I mean,
could you do that right now? Could you jump into a team?
I think I could jump into a team. I don't think I could jump into individual. You would just get laughed at. But the reason why the team is good, I don't know about laughed at, but you wouldn't do as well. The reason why the team is okay is because, as you just saw, this is a great example in this last event. You're able to identify the team's strengths and weaknesses and then be able to partition it accordingly, not in all the workauts, but in many, right? So look at these
when
two
this
guys.
workout was announced.
1 second.
You know, especially, I just want to get those out of the way. Man, honestly, we were probably the most nervous about this workout of the ones that we've done so far, but we are such a good team just from a bonding perspective. I was doubting myself a lot in the back, and both of these guys were like, hey, you are stronger than you think. You got this. And they were right. We ended up surprising ourselves, and it was awesome.
Chandler, saying that you guys were nervous coming into this, how did you guys decide to break up the reps?
So we had a plan going in, but there's the old Mike Tyson quote about everybody having a plan to get punched in the mouth. And the 295 shoulder, everybody punched me in the mouth. So it was cool. We knew we could rely on Travis. He's the strongest guy in the group. But Noah came in and did some more work on the 315, and that allowed us to get through kind of when the plan went off. So it was a combination of having a plan going in and then just trusting that the guys around you were able to fill in whenever you couldn't step up.
Travis, on that final barbell at 315, you did all 3 hang cleans and all 3 front squats. How did that feel?
Oh, it felt great. You know, the adrenaline, the excitement of the crowd, everybody cheering. Like, you're in the back warming up, and you're like, man, this feels heavy. But when you're out here, you hear this. This is worth it. This is what makes it fun. So that's what got me through. So thank all of you guys for cheering us on.
Thank you so much.
Thanks, guys.
Hey, Savon.
All humility. Noah's saying he couldn't have done it without those guys. The strongest guy in the bunch. Chandler's like, Travis Mayer's the strongest guy. Sorry, let's hear.
Great job, guys.
Hey, I just want to know. I just want to give some feedback real quick.
Yes.
Sam says Noah's annoying, And I just want to say, you can have your opinions, whatever they are, right?
I love Noah.
If you actually get to know Noah, he is honestly one of the nicest dudes ever. And
yes,
I will definitely back that. So I just wanted to share that on the podcast because I think that at times he, gets people have conflicting views, but he is a really, really nice guy.
I really hate how nice Noah is. I really hate how nice he is.
Yeah.
I mean, how do you do that? I mean, that's the complaint about him, right?
Yeah. I mean, no, he's a good dude. And then Chandler's got a lot of credit because that dude is not only a badass CrossFit athlete, he's also a legit grappler and jiu-jitsu artist. So like, I mean, he's not like he was going to go compete in one of the biggest world tournaments for jiu-jitsu and is competing at the highest level in CrossFit. Pretty impressive.
Yeah. I didn't know that. Really?
Yeah. Yeah.
And he served our country.
Well, yeah. So okay. So he wrestled at West Point, right? Then while he was wrestling, he started incorporating some jiu-jitsu. And since he's been out of the military, he's still been continuing to do jiu-jitsu. The only reason why I know that is because he wanted to compete in something called the ADCCs, which is like the highest. He was going to go to the trials and get ready for it. That's the same thing like Nicky Rod's going there and all that stuff. So that's the biggest tournament, and he is getting ready through a trials to go compete in it. That's his goal. If he competes in ADCCs and the CrossFit Games, he's legit.
Yes. I second that. If you finish top 20 at the CrossFit Games in the world, and then you also make it to the ADCC, which is called the Abu Dhabi fight
something
combat club, Abu Dhabi Combat Club,
something like that. Yeah.
Then you are I would crown that maybe then you are the fittest human being on the planet over the CrossFit Games winner. And you say what? But how, Sevon? Because this guy will fuck you up. Sorry, I wasn't going to swear the show. Darn it. Sorry if your kids were listening. That's first error, right?
Abu Dhabi Combat Club. You were right. Abu Dhabi Combat Club.
Yeah, that's incredible, dude. We got to get him on.
Which one?
We got to get him on the show, Chandler.
Oh,
what
bro.
I had no idea he does that.
Hey, man, me and him, we could riff all day about that stuff.
And he has two brothers. Do his brothers do that?
I don't know.
Hey, Souza, or whoever's shooting this, Chad, for Chad Photography, you're killing it, dude. Can we hear his audio? See if we have any audio.
Hey, go tell those guys that we're talking about him right now. Nothing but good things.
I will. Hi, Jason. How you doing?
What's up?
We use MC Fit at our gym for programming.
Oh, hell yeah. Hey, while we're taking donations, I don't need donations, but if you're a gym owner and you haven't checked out the NC Fit Collective, you got to check out the NC Fit Collective. It's the best.
It's amazing.
Thank you very much. I appreciate that.
Of course.
Oh, Gabriel says he's not trying to go to ADCC anymore. Okay. One of his brothers in MMA. Okay. That's good information. Last I talked to him, he was trying to go to ADCC, but maybe things are shifted.
Jason, they said they congratulated Jamie Hagai, congratulated Travis Mayer on doing the.
Hey, congrats, guys.
Hey. Let's see what Chandler.
Hey, Jason Khalipa's on live with Sevon. They said they're talking good things about you.
They must not have seen me clean. Jason is always way nicer to me than I deserve, and Sevon is normally too. So sorry I'm not better. I'm working on it. You guys are really good. Sevon knows this. Sevon's the biggest Travis Mayer fan out there. Travis Mayer, everyone knows how good Noah is. I'm trying to play keep up.
Oh, man.
Sevon wants you on the show.
I'm a little nervous to be on the show. I listened to the one he did with Ben, and my mom is a good, strong Christian lady, and I don't want her to be disappointed in me.
Fair enough. I'll be on my best behavior. Tell him I'll be on my best behavior.
He said fair enough, but he'll be on his best behavior. Yeah. All right, we got him.
All right.
Good job, guys.
Thanks, Chandler.
Thanks, Chandler.
Good job, Chad. Thank you, buddy.
That's awesome.
Who's Ben? Which Ben did we have on the show? His mom heard the one with Ben. I'm embarrassed that his mom heard any of my shows. I'm embarrassed my mom heard my show.
You know, Savon, I gotta be honest though. I think you've kind of have you tamed out a little bit, or not really? Are you becoming a little bit more corporate?
Man, I hope so, because I've had a few shows last week that even my mom was disappointed in. I've gone off the rails a little bit. I need to swing to become more corporate.
It depends on the show, Jason. If it's about Dave Castro, then if you're within earshot, you're gonna.
It's not corporate.
It's not corporate. Is what he's talking about.
I've had a few temper tantrums on here. I want to get back to Travis Mayer and ask you a question about him before I want to get to these. Corey, thank you. Jiggy, you the man. Dallas, thank you. Love you guys. Keep it rolling. Dudley Walden, Englishman, right? Dudley. That's like no American names their kid Dudley. Chris Waite, does Travis have more IG followers than you? No, hell no. And I've been shadow banned for a year straight.
Bro, you've been shadow banned.
Everyone above ground is good day. Amazing. Oh, yeah, that's a good point, Vincent. Tom, dude, you're always here. Thanks, buddy. The only thing that could make this better is a great mic for Souza. Thanks for the coverage team. Let's get Stephanie Chung on the show. All right. I see her around. She's cool. Holy cow, Max. I don't know what MX50 is, but some Mexican money. Yeah, for Sevon's weed habit. Thanks, Max. Thank you. I wonder what that is. What is MX, Will? Just Mexican money? Really?
Sure.
That's how they do money in Mexico? Just MX, Mexican money? Jason, is 315 is 315 without putting the bar down? 3 hand cleans at 315? That's crazy, right?
That's pretty good. Yeah, I mean, the sport has evolved so much. When I was really, it's doable for sure, right? But it's heavy. And then especially if you went from 3 hang cleans into your front squats and whatnot, but 315, holding onto that bar, especially for 3 reps. I mean, doing 1 hang clean at 315 is tough. Not only do you have to deadlift it off the floor, but now your grip is burning. You get 1, and then you have to take it back, roll into that hook grip again. I mean, 3, that's a great accomplishment for sure.
I wonder if anyone else did that besides Travis. Do we know? Does anyone know?
It just goes to show the level of the athletes and how much things have shifted, Savon. I mean, if you look at when I first got into CrossFit in 2006, we started battling people on YouTube. And then I watched the first CrossFit Games with OPT winning, and I would send out these little YouTube battles. I wish I could pull one up. It's pretty funny. And
Where would we find it? Where would we find it?
Oh, dude, you know what? I'm gonna find this. I'm gonna send you a link because you guys have to see this. It's really funny.
You can swear. Just some guy at the beginning of the show is like, "Hey, my kids are watching. Can you watch it today?" And I was like, "Sure, I can. I'm trying, but don't feel bad." But we're trying.
Yeah, but I'm also not normally. I'm a pretty non-controversial. I normally don't swear too much.
You're a good dude.
All right, Savon, I'm about to send you a link. How should I send it to you?
Do you see private chat?
Yeah, dude. Oh my God. This is what I was like in the beginning of my CrossFit days. This video was filmed in May of 2008. So take that in consideration, right? That's before I won the CrossFit Games, right before.
Can you see that, Will? Can you bring that up?
Yep.
I don't know how
I can if you want, Will.
I have it.
Here's some more money to help you with those corporate taxes. Yeah, Dennis, Savon and I live in California, so
it's real.
Essentially, Savon will get $1 from that $19.
Yes, it's crazy. Oh my God, I visited you at this gym,
dude. Watch how raunchy these are. Oh, and that's only 135 pounds. Oh, you might want to go back to the beginning or something where I'm a little bit. Look at. I'm getting my ass kicked by 135 pounds here. And then the best part is I'm doing squats to a wall ball. You see that wall ball right there to show. Watch.
Hey, is that Bijou Bing's gym?
Yeah, the original one. So it was like rounds of Cindy, right? Push-ups aren't bad, but watch these squats. These squats are legit.
Yeah, boy. Yeah, boy.
Remember those days?
Yes. So good. Good.
Dude, and then I get on that clean. It just looks like shit. But the reason why I'm bringing this up is not to like flaunt my shitty YouTube video. It's just to show how much the sport has grown. I mean, look at that rig, man. We made it out of wood.
Hey, that's pre-butterfly. Look, you're just doing traditional kip, gymnastics kip.
I was doing what we called it back in the day, the frog. Hey, yeah. Johan says, look at those shorts. I still squat to a wall ball. Travis says, nice.
Hey, this is a dude, Johan Lopez. He got like a Mexican dad and like a Norwegian mom, and he got stuck with the Johan Lopez.
Anyway, we don't have to watch this. I just wanted to show the clean. We don't have to watch all this.
I liked it. It was fun.
Top-notch coverage. Will is stealing the show, and Suze is killing it. I couldn't agree more. Will is killing it. Keep grinding, you good dude. Sevon needs to have DeChico stash when he comes on the cast. Oh, like I'm gonna grow something. I'm growing something. I've started growing something. Oh, and thank you. Hey, none of this would be possible. I've said it a million times, but it couldn't be more true than our generous friends.
AncestralSupplements.com.
Oh my gosh. You know what, Sevon? You do such a good job of making like the uncomfortable more comfortable. Like, obviously, you guys have a paid sponsorship with Ancestral Supplements, but you do it in a very, very legit way, man. I appreciate it, really.
It was legit. The guy, so we were going to do this, and then Susan's like, hey, I'll go there and I'll film with an iPhone, and we can get some people to volunteer with an iPhone. So then I know the guy who owns Ancestral Supplements, and I take his supplements. So I called him. I'm like, hey, you just want to do something? And then the dude's like, sure. And he just PayPal'd me the money. And so then we just put this whole thing together last minute with some of their marketing team was totally hands off. They're like, hey, we don't care what you say. Really, we just don't want you to force sell it on people. And I go, I won't. I don't force sell anything on people. So yeah. Thank you though, for noticing it.
Yeah, Justin, it's a med ball, not a wall ball. I got it. I get it. It's like calling a barbell a thruster. I know. It's just a habit, right? It's a habit.
Oh, Jedias Nelson, adaptive athlete, competing in seated RX. What's he look like? What's his like? Give us some like. Is he in a wheelchair? Is he missing a leg? What's he look like? Do anything for $100. No, isn't. What do you mean? Why can't it be a wall ball or a med ball? Like, why can't it be? I don't get it.
Well, I get his point. Basically, what you're saying is like, it's the implement is a wall ball. The movement, excuse me, the implement is a medicine ball, right? And the movement is called a wall ball shot or whatever you want to call it, right?
Like scratch and itch. I can't ever. Those two I don't. Like I use those interchangeably, scratch and itch.
Yeah, I don't know how much you're scratching and itching these days, but for most of us, we don't really use that terminology very often.
At all.
Hey, listen, the guy closest to us is Kai Quay.
Oh,
our guy.
Where is he? Point him out. The guy with the half shirt on.
Yeah, I think so.
Is this heat one of Elite Men?
Correct. Yep.
And how many heats do they have?
3 heats. This heat, left to right, is Kai Quay, Cerveni, Peter Mason, Josh Gervais, Devin O'Neill, who's the guy with the crop top yesterday and the mustache, Riley Good, Adam Davidson, Josh Whittle, Fabian Benito, Celes, Benet, Bolanger, and Griffin Raleigh, and Chris Shimley.
You know, I'm curious, guys, and maybe for everybody listening, like, there's a lot of new athletes coming on the roster. You know, I'm looking at the leaderboard, and, you know, I've been in this space a pretty long time, and there's a lot of names that I don't really recognize. And I'm wondering, as a fan of the sport, how people keep up with all the new names, or do you guys just watch it for overall entertainment? I'm just curious, you know, what names are kind of getting brought up recently, because there's a lot of them that I'm not as familiar with. And I wonder what the audience is, you know, if there's anybody they're been tracking for a while, or a lot of these people new to them as well.
Oh yeah, this is heat 2.
So
we skipped heat 1. So Nick Matthew, Drew Wayman, Spencer Panchik, Reggie Fossa, Tyler Christoffel, Jake Marconi, Taylor Self, Olders Uknix, Jeremy Vanneau, Saxon Panchik. This is Anthony Davis we're watching.
We had this guy on the podcast, Jason. Really, really cool dude. Super duper strong.
So he just won that heat.
That guy right there?
Yep. Another name in this to look for is Tyler Christoffel. Should do really well.
Yeah.
There's Spencer.
So to answer Jason's name, Jason's question, or to comment on top of it, basically is we've been having a ton of these new guys on the podcast. and we've been we've been introducing him to people. We were trying to do like 2-3 podcasts a day, building up to this event. And a bunch of these guys, hopefully people will get to know them, because obviously it's much more fun watching them when you know them.
Yeah, I think you're doing a good job, Savon. Like, I mean, obviously you put out a shit load of podcasts, a lot of podcasts.
Yes.
So it's hard to keep up on all of them, but I think, the more the fans can get to know the athletes, the more engaged they could feel. And that's only going to be good for the sport. So yeah, I mean, keep doing what you're doing, brother. And I'll keep chiming in when I can.
Yeah. And the lanes are really close. And another thing to note about this is you may be watching me like, 315 for some of these guys shouldn't be super hard, but these are short bars, way harder than the longer bars. And yes, one of the guys that's on the med staff, Caleb, who works on the show with us, is on med staff there. And he said it is really, really close. And a lot of the bars, it's pretty scary to watch.
Mm. Hey, while you brought up the short bar, I think it's important to note for those people who have not, used the short bar, the real big difference here, I don't know the exact percentage. Maybe if I'm guessing, maybe 5 to 10%, maybe 5% harder, only because you don't get any real whip out of the bar the way you would on where the bar is a little bit wider. So to give some perspective, maybe 5% is an exaggeration, but there's definitely a different feeling between a short bar doing this type of dynamic lift and a regular bar.
Do you remember that company Life is RX?
Yeah.
With Marcus? And they had that gym, and they would do crazy workouts, and like they'd have mouse traps all around or something. Like they would have to like do like thrusters. Do you remember that stuff?
I don't know about mouse traps, but that guy's not very happy right now.
That's Nick Matthew. So that's another guy that he was 6th at the Granite Games, right behind Colton Mertens.
I like the football cutoff. Like he's going to have some shoulder pads on, but he wants to make sure. I mean, I think from a practical perspective, he probably wanted to go no shirt. But then he realized no shirt is a bad idea when you're trying to catch a bar on your shoulders. So he's rocking the crop top, and it's working for him, man.
Someone, Souza or someone, Heidi, you guys got to ask him, or Chad, tell him Jason's theory. Look at what was he doing? He's just adjusting his junk. What was he doing there? A two-handed junk adjustment. Hey, does anyone wear a cup? Does anyone wear a cup in CrossFit?
Nobody wears a cup.
Yeah. Okay. There's no need, right?
No, dude. I mean, you want to keep the junk in as much as you can, especially for snatches. So wearing compression shorts is critical.
Right. Right.
I used to see some people work out without any like underwear or compression shorts. I'm like, dude, what are you doing, man? Like, isn't your junk gonna get hit? But hey, they rocked it.
How about how Froning always has the there's Colton. In between Cole Sager and Tim Paulson. Colton looking big. Big, Scotty.
Colton's a dark horse in this workout because of his range of motion.
Scotty and Spencer. Oh, this is going to be good.
This is going to be the heat.
This is going to be the heat. Good value there. This is going to be the
heat. Some athletes would do this before an event, like they do the cross, but Froning used to always just adjust his junk, just like an obligatory cultural, just like.
Hey man, when the compression's on, you got to adjust it.
Yeah.
Make sure it's feeling good. It's funny. My little mantra before I'd go out and compete, and these guys probably have some type of mantra. I got it from Austin Begibing years ago. He used to tell himself, "I'm money, baby." But I would just say, move fast, breathe slow, right? And what that reminded me of is to move fast, right? Move with purpose, get through it, but keep my heart rate down so that I'm not making irrational decisions. And so,
who gave you that, Jason? Move fast,
breathe slow. It was just something that we did. Austin Begimi really gave me the idea about a mantra back in the day. I'd give him shit because his was, I'm money, baby, which I always thought was funny. But move fast, breathe slow has worked for me.
Celebrate 10. Yeah, I'm excited for. Look, all Skipper's really good for me. I did it with 70. So I have 60. So yeah, I'm looking forward to the Skipper. Yeah, I'm looking forward to the Skipper. Looking forward to the road swim run a lot. Yeah, no worries. Yeah. Good luck the rest of the weekend.
Hey, Savon, is there a reason why I'm not allowed to say Austin on this podcast? Is there something underground that I'm unaware of?
Austin Bijibing's name?
Yeah.
No, you're allowed to say it. Why? What happened?
I don't know.
No. Speak away.
All right. Travis is saying, don't say the name Austin on this podcast. I don't know if it meant.
He's probably saying Austin Maliolo.
Oh. You can say Austin Maliolo's name too. You can say anyone's name you want. There's no rules. There's no names that are banned.
All right. Hey,
but just some people have just taken it. Some people have taken it between the eyes on this show, and so yeah.
Hey Justin, thanks man. I like being on the show. Make sure you keep telling Savon that you need me.
Savon, what's going on, man?
Travis Mayer in the house.
How's it going, dude?
Oh, so good.
Dude, this is weird being able to look at myself as this live stream's happening right now.
Yeah, Travis, can you see me too? Can you see any of us?
I can see you, man. You look great. That headset looks good on you.
Hey man,
Travis, if you hold that phone a little closer to your face, your eyes will go completely cross-eyed. Yeah.
Is this better? Dude,
Yeah,
I can't
totally.
hear. For some reason, I cannot hear a word on this. I can barely hear you. So thankfully, I'm far enough away. Here, you can say hello to the fellow teammate. What's up, guys? How we doing?
What's
Is that
up,
my boy
guys?
Jason Khalipa in the middle?
Yeah, baby.
What a squad. What's up, guys? Man, that was a lot of fun. Thanks for cheering us on that one.
Dude, amazing. One question before we get to this event, we're going to go back and watch it. How did anyone else do 315 unbroken the way Travis did?
I don't think so. He's a beast.
That was nuts.
I don't know, man. I don't know. When we tested it, that was the game plan. I knew I was confident being able to hit 3 and 3, and there was no chance I was going to fail a front squat. In my head, I was like, there's just no way. So it was just in that team atmosphere, it's way different than individual where you can take a break and be okay, where they're relying on me to finish those 3 reps. So, and then the crowd's screaming. So it was well, just hang clean and then go into them and see what happens.
Is there any part of you guys that's getting an unhealthy love for going team? Is this going to mess you guys
I'm
up?
gonna say no. Do you want to go team full time after this? Noah's going. More than before. I'm more interested in it than I was before. He's more interested now.
Okay. Love you guys. Hey, we're going to get back and watch this. It's the men's final heat. So we'll check in with you later. Thanks for calling.
Yeah, man. Of course.
Okay.
Great seeing you guys.
Hi. Love you,
Thanks
Noah.
for cheering us on. See you guys.
Do you handle that bar where you get it set up on that front rack? Because do you have enough energy from that to get into that jerk?
Phil Toon is on to the 295-pound barbell. Pat Vellner right next to him is there, and Jason Hopper in the white shirt chalking up his hands. Toon is already through the 2 hang power cleans and now on the front squat to
Look
take
at
a look
these
at
guys go.
heart rate. Wearing one of the Whoop straps.
Yeah, Phil Toon right there. Obviously, we talked to him last night. He's in third. It's a guy to watch in the Savage shirt next to Pat Vellner. Next to him is Jason
Phil?
Hopper.
Where's Dallin?
You can see that right
There he is
at
on the
this
left,
point, he's
Jason.
bringing that heart rate down.
With
but
the
it's
glasses.
not really a heart rate thing.
Next
This
to
is about,
Vellner.
okay, I need to make sure that my musculature can handle this as we get into these heavier barbells. If they had a bad front squat.
So here's Phil's moving on to 315. So see if he can do the whole entire complex. Nope, dropped it.
Isn't that crazy how this guy, Anthony, he's crushing it, and then he gets this bar and one fail, and now he's back even with everybody else pretty much.
So that's Phil Toon. Anthony Davis was in the heat before, but he has the leading time.
Yeah, Phil, and then Dallin's right there on the left, right?
Yep.
Yeah, with Vellner in the middle, just squatting.
Yep. All these guys belting up. That's the way to do it. Oh.
That should be a win.
Wow.
It's a win.
Wow.
It's a win for Phil.
Oh, wow.
Dude, that's going to shake up the points a little bit for sure.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Oh, wow.
That's another young guy trying to break through.
He came into this event, Jason, in 3rd place, I think.
Yeah, he did. Let's see what Dallin's got. Oh, dude. Yeah. Unless someone came in
There's
before
Tim.
It
Vellner,
looked like someone in the red shorts back there might have come in before Vellner.
then this guy Phil might jump up into first because right now they're only off by 6 points. I mean, it's still super early in the weekend.
You know what's great about this event is they update the leaderboard so fast.
Someone said Colton's finished second.
No kidding? No kidding?
So we on the Colton train? Is that what it is?
Oh,
Savon?
so on the Colton train. Yes.
Really?
Yes.
You know what's funny? It's not funny. It's something I gotta. When you're out of the sport and you're not I gotta find out more about Colton. I don't know as much about him. I could share insight and feedback from the my experience, but I got to get to know some of these guys a little bit better.
He's a dude who's just grinding in an unleveled, pig barn. training, working all day, training all morning, training all night. Yeah, he's 5'4", 185. He had the super mullet. He works on a farm with 15,000 pigs. I mean, he's a dude basically training in a closet.
Yeah,
he showed up to the event by himself here. I mean, it's just nuts.
If you're Cole Sager right now, you know, the challenge you're having is he's currently in, what place is he in? 6th. Okay. So not bad, but this is going to push him back a little bit, I imagine. And you know, what's curious is like competing in these events like Wodapalooza, you know, for guys like Noah and Chandler who are trying to go to the games and win, there's a blessing and a curse to competing in an event like this, right? If you perform well, it builds your confidence. You earn it more. If you don't perform your expectations, then, you know, who knows how that starts off your season. So a lot of these guys are season starting right now.
Oh, listen to this comment. Hopper walking that barbell like Khalipa during Amanda.
Oh boy, Corey. Oh boy.
Get him. Get Khalipa. You guys have been too nice to Khalipa. Unload on him a little bit.
Hey, we should pull that video up. What not to do when you're competing on ESPN. There you go. Come on, Cole.
And he moves so beautifully.
Yeah, I couldn't lock it out.
And is that Vigneault over there on the right? Who's that? He should have finished also, right? Big, strong guy like Vigneault, known for his strength. Is that him over there in the blue?
Yeah, I think so. He has a Mayhem shirt on, right? Yeah, it's time cap's 5 minutes, so they both are going to get capped.
Yeah, Jim, I agree with you, man. If I called them the burpee bar chasers, if I did that at this stadium, you'd be in the crowd for sure.
Yeah, it's tight there, right? It is tight. It is really, really tight.
I wonder how.
Can we hear this live stream? I want to hear if they talk about the standings.
Bar around, but we wanted to know what Toon was going to do, and he answered the call. Look at the way he just jumped right up to that. I mean, yeah, it's heavy. He did not make it look heavy, though. There was a lot of power in that guy.
And was able to collect himself after missing his first clean attempt. So Phil Toon at 148.20 seconds is going to take second place.
Nice shot, Scott Panchik.
Colton Mertens will take third. Griffin Raleigh will take fourth. And then Pat Vellner at 208. So Phil Toon looks to be your overall leader after 3 events, and he is with Jamie Higia.
Phil, taking that heat win, what was it about this event that made it so great for you?
I like to lift heavy, simple as that.
Very simple. And was after that first miss at the final barbell at 315, what was going through your mind at that point?
I think I just rushed it a little. I was trying to wait, because I had a few seconds on the competitors behind me. But I still rushed it a little bit, just gathered myself and tried to make the fix, which was missing it out in front, and hopefully get that lift.
Sitting in third coming into this event and getting this heat win, how are you feeling going into the rest of this competition?
Good. I mean, I'm just out here trying to prove to myself mainly that I belong here. I don't have any expectations besides that.
Thank you so much.
23 years old.
Phil Toon may not have any expectations, but he might after this. As you take a look at Anthony Davis, who is your event winner. Phil Toon looks to be all by himself on top of the overall standings. The men are done. The women will be up next. We'll have
Let's check out the Sousa cam. I bet you Sousa's there. I bet you he's going to be watching people.
There's Phil.
Pop off. Oh, sweet. On the Sousa cam?
Yeah, he just walked back into the athlete area.
So what's up next? The women?
The women, yeah.
Dude, this is a fast event, man.
Yeah, it's nice. Oh, yeah, there he is. Sousa, mute. Unmute us. Unmute us.
All right, here we are. We're here with Phil Toon right now. Absolutely crushed it in the last event. How you feeling?
Good, really good. That was a lot of fun. A lot of energy in there.
Beautiful. Did you guys hear him at all?
Yeah, we can totally hear him.
Let's try this. Just talk into that. Does that work better? Phil's standing in the heat. You guys got to give him a question. Otherwise, he's going to run me over. I'm intimidated just standing next to this gentleman.
Hey, did he expect to win that?
Did you expect to win that?
I knew I could, but it just came down to execution. And unfortunately, I failed that hang clean, but I still was able to get the heat win, which is really what I was looking forward to.
Are you excited for the next event?
Yeah, I mean, I broke times was hurt me last year in semis and in the last chance qualifier, so mainly I'm just excited to prove to myself that I made some strides on that movement.
So what are you going to do right now in between events?
Probably go back to Airbnb, eat, chill, just let my heart rate come down, let my mind relax, and gear back up for later.
Awesome. Any other questions for guys?
Did he know where everyone else was when he finished that? Did he know he?
Everywhere else was when you were finishing?
I had an idea. I mean, I just was listening to the announcers, not really looking side to side. I just knew what I had to do, and that was just put that last bar.
Thank you, Phil.
Thanks, Phil.
You the man.
Appreciate it. We'll talk.
Hey.
Catch up with you later.
Souza, that mic thing you were doing?
Yeah, did that work?
Absolutely nothing. Garbage.
Nothing.
Oh, really?
Yeah. We have to test that out somewhere first. Hey, maybe just hand that to someone right now and we'll just test it out. Just
hand it to someone random.
Just
walk
random. Be
up
like,
to-
hey, ask Caleb to hold that. And then
It
stand
doesn't-
away
it-
from him a few feet.
No, the AirPod goes out if you take it out of your ear.
Okay, there you go.
AirPods
Oh,
don't
yeah,
work like
that is true. Yeah.
No, it's not
we can't hear
working.
shit. No. That's pointless. That's pointless. Don't do that again. I'm going to fucking lose my
Do you have
mind.
another mic? Oh, that one from Best Buy? No, because last time I plugged that in and we didn't get any audio. Whenever I plug an external mic into here, the audio drops out.
Yeah, that doesn't make any sense. That doesn't
Hey,
make
Matt,
any sense.
you actually sound better when you just get close to the person.
Okay, so if I were
Right,
talking
Devon?
like this.
Yes.
Okay,
Ask
so Caleb, how you
ask
feeling?
Caleb if he's seen anyone die today.
Has anybody died today?
No, but injuries have occurred.
Hey, why don't you wait? Hold on, Souza. Hold on. Why don't you use the other camera and turn them on the other side and turn the camera around? So switch to the back camera so you can't see the screen and point it at him. Okay. Yeah, like that. Now stand up. Now you can. Okay, and be like, Caleb, can you hear me? Yeah.
Caleb, he's not gonna be able to hear you, but I'll be able to hear you guys, and I can translate over.
Wait, why can't he
Okay,
hear
so-
us? Why can't he hear us?
Because the AirPods are in my ears.
Oh yeah, but can you just turn those off?
No, because then we don't get audio loud enough for us to hear you guys.
Ah, okay.
Dan.
Has
So who's injured, Caleb?
Nobody's really injured. Everybody just likes to whine and complain about things.
awesome.
hear that?
Does Caleb consider this a super spreader event?
Do you consider this a super spreader event?
Ask him how come when I go to the store in California, everyone's triple masked and staying 30 feet away, but you guys in Florida can just pile on top of each other with no masks.
So why does everybody wear triple masks in California, but we're fine to crowd around here maskless?
Hey, man, I don't know. I don't make the rules here, which there are none, obviously. Enjoying themselves.
Awesome. You guys can hear him okay with that?
No, we can't fucking hear shit. Oh,
Yeah,
sorry,
dude.
I was swearing a lot, but whatever.
Dude.
Who gives a shit? It's bad. It's bad. This feels like this was put together last minute with no
Hey.
funding.
Hey, and Savon, why
What?
don't you hook up your boy with some better AirPods if you're going to give it to him? I mean, here you are getting the donations. Use those donations to get him a better mic.
Dude, that barely is gonna pay. Those donations are barely gonna pay for my kids' jiu-jitsu this month. Who's a shit.
Dude, hey, we need a we need a donation.
No, we haven't
fund for
received
your
any donations today, Susan. No donations
Hey,
today.
we need donations for Souza's AirPods.
Hey, Souza, hey, can you hear me?
Yeah.
It was a storm of donations.
I saw him. I was just joking with you guys.
Oh, it was a storm. Hey, this is a cool shot. Is this the gauntlet we're watching? This is where like all the homies can work out?
No, I think it's one of the lower divisions because I think all the gauntlets on another stage. This is the Bayfront stage, where the chipper is tonight.
Hey, and this is why Wodapalooza is such an insane event. I mean, look at them just right on the Atlantic Ocean.
Oh, bro, it's beautiful there.
Yeah, that's awesome. Hey, guys, if we ever are allowed to do another event after I completely continue my destruction of the CrossFit executive team over the next 2 months, I promise you we will have better audio. Nice finger shot.
You know what? Honestly, Savon, I think it actually gives culture. It gives it just proves that this isn't like some fluffy, this is authentic. This is old school shit. This is like the old school, like 08, 09 CrossFit games on dirt, you know?
Uh-oh, we're in trouble. This is the guy who told me not to swear. Sevon, the kids just called out the F word. I'm going to hear from. Oh, yeah. Sorry. We'll try. We'll reel it in. Thank you. Just keep us in check here.
Hey, who's James Hobart? Is that James Hobart, or is that like someone impersonating him?
Yes.
Oh man, is Hobart going to be getting in trouble just for listening to this show?
Probably. Someone send Hobart a link. Let's see. Let's test him out. I'm going to send Hobart a link right now. Let's send Hobart a link and see what
Hobart,
happens.
we miss you. I need to watch you air squat so I could be impressed by your ankle and range of motion.
How about, does Sousa want to say something? What's up, Sousa?
Oh. Ryan,
please
to
don't
answer your
do
question.
that.
Yes. Yes, Ryan, I am standing. I have a stand-up desk.
I like it when Jason walks away from his camera and starts talking, because then I know he's getting serious. Like when you go back there, like that's when you're starting to, yes. A few times you've gone back there, I'm like, all right, we're going to get some good shit now.
I feel like Jason's in his studio.
He is.
Oh, dude, I am in the studio.
In the studio.
Dennis, do I have any plans to put on an event? Like a CrossFit competition? No.
Why not? Why aren't you doing?
What's up, Fraser?
Why aren't you doing something in?
Hey, Fraser. Hey, Matt. Bye, Matt.
Oh, that was him. Why aren't you doing something in San Jose? I mean, you have an amazing facility there.
Because, well, let's see. Is that Rich? No. I just, I want to do what's authentic to us, right? Where we have a business, we have these different things we have doing, and I'd like to host maybe like a business seminars or things like that for gym owners and athletes, but I'm not really that interested. There's plenty of other people that could take over the sport of fitness. I'm more interested in brick and mortar, supporting gym owners and supporting athletes. That's what I'm more about than the actual sport. I love the sport. Love doing this stuff, but it's not going to be something that I'm pursuing as like
It's not where the resources where NC Fit's going.
No, where we're going is, our mantra is really simple, right? We want to help people live freely and fully outside the gym. So we use our gyms to go out and go do cool shit, right? Whether that's keep up with your kids or whatever it is, but we're also all about the business side. And I want to help put money in gym owners' pockets, because a lot of people think that gym owners are crushing it, and a lot of them aren't. And so if we could teach them some basic business concepts, they could actually create a sustainable business for themselves and continue to provide great quality training for their athletes. Sorry, long-winded.
No. Go have at Murph Schittle. Just so you know that's his name. I'm not like swearing. Murph Schittle. Thank you for the money, and you're totally right. He did that yesterday too. He came in here and it changes the whole vibe. Like everything is just better. He's like a ray of light. I totally agree. And thank you for the whatever kind of money that is. Do you know what kind of money that is?
That's a euro, bro.
Yeah.
Oh,
come on.
Uh-oh.
Isn't that a euro?
I'm just here to say
it
hi
looks
to
like a
Jason.
euro, but it's just a Hobart.
We'll keep you on the small screen, James. We'll keep you on the small screen.
Hey, James, you got to be careful, man. Someone might be screenshotting this right now.
That's true. I just wanted to say hi to you, just create love across the community. It's a work day, so maybe Savannah will let me come on tomorrow.
Hey, your headphones are legit.
Yeah, it's those new AirPod Maxes, man.
Oh, are they worth it? Are they good?
They're very good. I think if you're like super tied into Apple already, like you got Apple everything, yeah, they're a no-brainer. But if you're still doing like other devices or other platforms or other OS, like a Google phone or whatever, then I might look in a different direction.
Got it.
Yeah, super nice.
Well, it's good to see.
Savon left as soon as he knew to get out of here. He's like, "Well, James is on. I got to leave."
While we're here, to answer your question, Christine, do I still coach classes? I do. I coach on a regular basis. I think it's really important, even though we own multiple gyms. I think it's key to keep my finger on the pulse, and especially because we provide plans to gym owners. So, I want to see what's going on.
Sorry if I'm interrupting. By the way, I sent Colton a link. Hopefully he'll pop on. I got a serious question for both James and Jason here. When you see someone like Travis Mayer and Noah Olson and Chandler go on team, is that like crack to an individual athlete? Like it's just like you shouldn't do it. it might derail you. It might be something that you might like, because I asked them, and Noah's like, yeah, he's actually thinking about it now that he's had a little bit of this experience. Does it make you soft as an individual to do team? Be honest.
I think it depends where you're at with your goals. I mean, Jason can probably attest to this. Like, I've done team where the goal wasn't to win, and that is easier than being an individual and trying to qualify as an individual. But in trying to win as a team, I don't know if I trained any less or had like a softer mental attitude toward it. But yeah.
What team were you on where your goal wasn't to win?
Just like if I've done like local team competitions and stuff like that.
Jason, first of all, do you believe what Hobart's saying? Is he?
Well, I mean, I've done like some local things with the team. The expectation is always to try and win, but I get what he's saying where, it's different than him being on, the at the CrossFit Games team, right? I mean, it's a big difference between that and a local competition. For me, going team, I don't think it like makes you soft or like that. I think if anything, it just kind of provides you more clarity on what you want to do. I think when you go individual, there's pros and cons. When you go team, there's pros and cons. And then you can make the decision. Because if you're an individual and you're thinking about going team, you're always going to think about going team. But maybe if you do it, you might realize it's not for you. And then you come back to team, back to individual, stronger than ever.
Really stronger than ever. Did either of you ever go team and then go back to individual?
Yeah, I did.
You did?
Yeah, I did team in 2011, 12, and then I came back in 2014. 2013 too, team.
I did not. So I did individual for like, 10 years. And then I did team once, and then Ava got sick the next year. Otherwise, I would have kept going team, but I wouldn't have gone back individual because I signed a contract, my wife not to.
Really? You would have kept going team, you think?
Oh, dude. Yeah. If Ava hadn't gotten sick, I think I would still be, I don't know. I mean, I might be like a Rich Froning, still be team this, who knows?
Right. Hobart, a guy like Phil Toon doing well here, a guy like Colton Mertens doing well here. Are we seeing Dallin Pepper? Have you been watching it all, Hobart, any of this?
Yeah, I've been watching. I have had it on in the background for about the last hour or so. So I saw the finish of that heavy clean event.
Can you say, let's say one of these guys or a bunch of these guys finish in the top 5 here. Can you say, oh my God, they're going to go to the games for sure now? Or is it just a totally different beast?
I don't know if it's a totally different beast, but I don't think you can completely bank on it. I like what Jason said earlier, and these off-season competitions are kind of a double-edged sword. Like he said, it's like if you get smoked here, you got to have the right mindset to be like, okay, I got crushed, but now I know all the stuff I need to tune up. But if you do well at this event, there's some momentum there. We're what, 40 something days out from the Open. So there's definitely momentum for you as an athlete if you do well, but I don't think it's a slam dunk getting back to the games because the stages to get to the games now is so long.
Yeah.
It's not a short season.
Phil took over first place over Patrick Vellner by 3 points. I found that to be interesting, but based on last event. But back to what Hobart's saying, like, you also got to keep in mind these events are different than what the Open and the games are going to be. So, when I was preparing for the Open, I would do workouts that are open-ish. And there is a spectrum, right? Because it can only do so much with the given how many people and all these different things. But when you get to regionals and the games, there's a lot more variety, especially at the games. But when you look at an event like Wodapalooza, like these events are not very like open-ish. So just because you perform well in these events doesn't necessarily mean you're going to perform well enough in the Open and the semifinals and whatnot. So they're different types of events.
Will, can you show us the leaderboard, the men's leaderboard, so we can see it updated? I mean, we definitely know that finishing first place in somewhere where there's only 6 or 8 events versus somewhere where there's 15 events at the CrossFit Games is enormously different too, right?
Yeah, that's definitely different. I think also at this point of the season too, it's like, if you get smashed in the swimming, that you probably aren't swimming a ton, and I think that's okay. And you could probably be training at this point of the year and be really trying to hammer one event or one session a day, super hard intensity, because that's what the Open is. And then the rest of the day is maybe more skill practice or focused on some other lifting or stuff like that. Like, you probably are not hitting like multiple high intensity events like you'll do at the games at this point in the year, if that's sort of your goal. So, you're also not going to see that, whatever that last clean event is, you're not going to see that in the Open. you might see a heavy test, but you're not going to see like multiple events like that. So, you know, just, I don't think it's a ton of stress at this point, as long as you got the right mindset for it.
Hey, for all of you knuckleheads out there, I was going to swear. I didn't swear because there's one child listening today.
Me.
For all you knuckleheads out there who say stuff like, hey, this is a big guy event or this is a little guy event. That last event was not a big guy event. It was not a little guy event. Colt Mertens must have smaller hands, less mass than everyone else out there, and he took 3rd place in that event. Look at Jason Hopper took 11th. Look at Dallin Pepper took 7th. These are huge dudes.
Dallin Pepper is he's 3 Coltons.
Yeah.
He's the 3 Colton guy.
Colton's a savage. I don't want to hear anyone be like, well, that was a small guy's event. Shut it. Keep your mouth shut. Once I hear anything from you. And early on when we were doing the predictions for this event, Brian and John Young were emphatic saying you cannot do bad at any events because it's impossible to climb back on this leaderboard. And I think what they're saying is really true, because look at Colt Mertens took a 3rd and he only moved up 2 places. That 20th is going to stay with him until he's like 75.
It's like regionals, you know, like, I mean, Hobart knows this too. Like, when there was regionals before now, I think I don't even know what the season. I think where is this solidified to, Hobart? Is it semifinals and quarterfinals now?
Anthony Davis won, by the way.
Yeah.
Anthony Davis won that event. Sorry, go ahead.
He's a big guy.
Yes.
But you know, when you look back at regionals, you know, and you had 6 events, whatever it was, to qualify for the games, it was nerve-wracking because if you messed up on one event, you're not going to the games. That's it. You're done. Because it's too hard to make up points.
We had Chase Ingram on earlier, Mr. Hobart.
He's great.
Hair all disheveled, COVID dripping out of his nose, kids running around naked.
You said the C word. He's got it, huh?
Yeah, he's like a nanny there at home. His wife's left him. The kids are crying, throwing cereal around.
Oh my God.
He's commentating. He's probably wearing sweats. But we got him.
Here's what's really interesting about this is you see Wodapalooza for this heavy event. The women are doing a 175 to the men's 225 or 255. Sorry, I misread that. My bad. No, that's about normal. Never mind.
Chase was saying they need to make the women's weights heavier.
They're doing 185 to 275.
185 to 275. Okay.
Ooh.
I thought that first weight was a 225, but it's a 255 for men.
Who is that? Who finished? We don't care. It's heat 1. There's 2 heats.
Or 270. Got it. I was looking at RX.
3 heats.
That's 225 on the bar, right?
No, that's women. It's 185. Sorry, I screwed that up. 185, 195, 205 for their final weight. It looks like, yeah.
Hey, style points for those shades. You should have split jerked it.
The Wodapalooza. That's so true. The Wodapalooza outfits are my favorite.
Dude,
any CrossFit event, just like the guys in the crop tops and the car windshield sunglasses. Let's see what she does here.
Split. Called it.
Easy.
Hey, you know what's funny? Hobart, I feel like Miami is kind of like the same thing as like Vegas. So when like girls go to Vegas, it's like an anything go policy, right? Like girls can wear any type of cocktail dress they want and no one really says anything because it's Vegas. Like it's all good. In Miami, it's the same thing. You can wear whatever the hell you want, as bright as you want, and no one says anything. Look at his shorts. You know what I mean?
Yeah. This is heat 2 because that's Paige Powers.
Everything goes. Hobart just said doo-doo. I'd love it how it's just so fun just sitting here in the comfort of our home, 3,300 miles away, being like, yeah, you should have split jerk, girl.
Yeah.
Should have split
I
jerk.
that was a workout this morning with half the weight.
Hey, Stavon, look at that comment right there.
This one down here. To pay Khalipa's appearance fees?
You need more than $9.99 for that. You got to add a couple zeros to that.
Yeah.
Jason.
I think the girl we were looking at was Annika Greer, who's very young. The blonde girl that Khalipa corrected her jerk.
I mean, all I was saying, and to be fair, right? I hate being one of those. I hate being one of those like armchair quarterbacks. But in that particular case, she should have split jerked it, and I think she would have had it. It's because her receiving position, she couldn't. Anyways, we can get into that later.
But at the same time, I am sitting here in an armchair, and I did play football once, so Let me give you some advice. That young lady just tried to push press that shit.
Yeah, I feel better because I'm not actually sitting. I actually am standing and stretching out on my little stool here. How about that?
Is that the real Colton Mertens?
Yeah.
He's got a wiener dog, huh? Yeah,
Come on,
Colton, we know
Hobart,
you're
stay
strong, dude.
focused. I love it.
We watched you back squat 505, man. We know you're strong.
Hey, this isn't probably a question Jason can answer because he started at the top of the food chain. But Hobart, when Phil Toon, Dallin Pepper, they're on either side of Patrick Vellner on the leaderboard. You know, it's Phil Toon first, Patrick Vellner second, Dallin Pepper third. Is this huge for these young guys to be like, okay, we're swimming in the deep end with the big dogs?
Yeah, I mean, I don't know where their head's at, but yeah, I think it's super exciting to be on top of the leaderboard, you know, at this point in the competition. I also think it's pretty nerve-wracking, right? Because there's what, 4 events left. And there's a row swim run, which is kind of a weird outside of the gym, maybe I don't do that a lot kind of event. So exciting for them. Yeah, no doubt. But there's definitely depends who you are. Like I like to run scared, you know, I don't like to chase. So I like being in that spot.
Hey, Ashley, she almost did pull a Khalipa. I get it. I would just share, like, for me, anytime I competed, which, you know, it's been a few times, it would always be the first event that would, after the first event, I would be in a totally different state of mind because you would build up so much. And even if I did bad, I would still be in a better mindset. And then after that, it was all the same feeling, regardless of where I was placed. But you do want to be in the top heat. That's the most critical piece.
Yeah,
Let's check out the Souza cam. Let's check out the Souza cam.
Wait, so watch. Can you guys pause it when she jerks it? Oh, no, not that one, actually. The key is being in this heat right here. They have such an advantage over the other heats.
Tell us why. Visa Gaffi.
Well, because you can give yourself a false impression of how well you're doing, right? So, you know, there's a big discrepancy between the top 10 and everybody else in general, especially after a few events, especially after that. And so if you're out there and you're winning heat 3, you could give yourself this false impression that you're doing well. But in reality, 20 more people are probably going to go beat you in that event, maybe. So you got to really throttle it out. But once you get yourself into the final heat, so my goal was always at the CrossFit Games, always be in the final heat because you're putting yourself in the best position to be successful for sure.
Yeah. It's amazing how that's athletes might not agree on anything except for that. That's like the one universal thing, right? No one wants to be, I mean, for a bunch of reasons. You get the hype from the crowd, you get to see all the scores from before. Yeah, everyone wants to do that.
Yeah, sometimes. No, go ahead.
No, you go ahead.
You don't always know how fit you are too, right? Like it's sometimes being in that final heat with athletes who are going to set the best scores. Typically, that doesn't always happen, but you'll see somebody go out in that final heat, you know, the top 3 guys or girls, and you will start pushing yourself to keep pace with them. Where sometimes when you're stuck back in those other heats, it's easy to fall into that trap of just kind of letting yourself stay at that level. And that's another like super push.
Yeah, especially for a guy like Rich Froning, you know, him and I think it was 2013, maybe it was 13. I think I was pretty far out in the lead, and he actually, if I'm not mistaken, wasn't in the final heat for like the first time ever. And I remember thinking to myself, like, he really wanted to get in that final heat because he was very, very good at pacing himself off the other competitors. But I imagine if you didn't know what the other competitors in the future were going to do, probably be harder to pace. Oh, ancestralsupplements.com, huh? Hobart, did you get paid by them too?
Just supporting some good dudes.
Keeping your chest nice and upright. It's fast, it's efficient, and we'll see if these women are going to be able to do that for the first 2 barbells.
Thank you, Jamie Hagaya.
What about the third, Jamie? What about the third?
Thanks for the great content. Sending you some worthless Trudeau money from Yeah, thank you. Hey, man. Hey, I wanted to tell you about this, about Trudeau. If someone talked to my kids the way Trudeau talks to you guys, get rid of him. Get rid of him.
Good point, Simon. Good point.
If you're watching, this is a big event for Sarah. Obviously, she had a 7th and a 5th yesterday, which is not you know, for this competition, she wants to do better than that, and this should be good for her. Obviously, Danny's going to do well as well.
She probably wins this event, right? Is that what we think?
No,
Danny
Ellie
and Sarah.
Turner wins it. Ellie Turner wins
Ellie
it.
Turner does.
It
She's
is
already
big-
smashing it though.
It is
Smashing
big for Ellie though, because this is not her type of event. So if she does well here, then it's like a, oh wow.
Is that Ellie right there?
No.
Okay. All
So
right.
on the right's Ariel Lowen, Sarah, and to the left is Danny. To Danny's left is Ellie Turner, is in that lane that we can't see.
Oh, Sarah didn't put the bar down.
She's such an awesome athlete, man.
Ellie's in the pink top.
Yeah. It's not bar 1 though. Whoa. Why is it so out in front? Pull it in tight. Come on.
That's
The
Ellie at
fact
the
that
top
she
of the
almost
screen.
failed that and still
Yes.
went for it.
Ellie's in the pink. Danny in the gray leggings or the white leggings.
Real good point, Hobart.
Oh,
All the energy she's expending by doing that, right? That double bounce. And the bar seems to be lower on her thigh and pushing out in front. I wonder what technique that is. I've never seen that before. The
Bethany
double
Shadburn
bounce.
is in the white to the left of Ellie Turner.
Danny Spiegel's
Oh,
taking the lead.
That was a good rep.
Yep.
Danny's shoulder to overhead is just like, it kind of just stands above everybody else. Watching her hit that previous push jerk on that 180, what was that middleweight? 195, that 195 bar was
195,
nice.
yep.
Yeah.
That right screen, that's Emma Tall. To the left of her is Amy
Power
Kringle.
clean that. Good
Amy,
God.
Amy Kringle, that girl. So the
Look at
right
that.
screen, the girl on
That
the left
was
is Amy
ridiculous.
Kringle. She's a qualifier, not an invited athlete. So she's doing really well.
Dude, Danny's so explosive.
Who's the
Wow.
qualifier? Did you say? Well, sorry.
Amy Kringle, she qualified the 21st. So I think she was like the top spot in the qualifier, but she's doing well.
And this girl's
This is-
in first here. This is Ellie Turner.
That's a nice lift. That was a smooth lift. There you go.
That's awesome.
She tried
I mean,
to stand up quick, but she saved that. That was really cool. How many of the competitors are invites here down in Wodapalooza? Are invites from the games, and how many qualified?
It's like 20 and 20.
Okay.
Is
But
Sarah
the-
still out there? She is, huh?
Yeah.
Oh, that's not good.
It seems to me like, hey.
There's Ariel.
Say it, Khalipa. Say it.
Well, no, I think let's watch her clean again. It seems to me like she has plenty of strength, plenty of ability. Her position just seems to be a little off when I was watching it. Yeah.
I think she hurt her knee doing 9 months ago or a year ago, the one she had to have surgery on, doing a split jerk. Is that correct, Will? We had her on. I can't remember what she said. And so I think, oh yeah, she does not look in a good headspace. Look
Come
at her.
on. No, but she's got this. Like she's I mean, do you see how high that bar went up? Look at that. Look at that. She could practically power clean it. She's incredible.
Yeah, it looks like she's failing that squat though, and that's not like the normal look you see out of Sarah. Like even if she's having a hard time performing, like just the way her persona is and just her attitude on the floor, like clearly, and I don't know.
She looked like she was going to cry there for a minute.
Come on. Just power clean it.
Yeah, I mean, this bar is no
Look at
problem.
that.
Oh,
Yes!
you were right, Jason. You were right. You were right.
Yes.
Oh, you
Beautiful
were
job.
So right.
Jason, have you
Oh.
ever coached before, man?
Once or twice.
You could have. I think you could have a future. I think you could have a future doing that.
I might have a
Wow.
future in coaching, huh?
I think you should maybe start programming for people and like just get out there and start coaching. It could be a thing for you.
You know what? I might make it into a career. Look at that. Get the hell out of here. Look at that position, dude. The bar was nice up on her throat. Man, I'm getting fired up for you, Sarah, right now. Come on.
Oh,
This is not going to be
what's the cue there, Jay?
well,
Missed
the
the
key there-
jerk.
if I was her, I would have taken another breath right before she jerked that. I think she rushed it a little bit. I know having that bar in your throat sucks, but I think she rushed it just a little bit. Bar was a little bit out front too. Okay, come on. Oh,
Gosh, that's so hard to watch.
it's so hard to watch, especially when you like her,
And from the outside looking in, you're like, why don't you just stand it up?
Oh, totally.
It's like if you've taken multiple failed lifts, this is probably a pretty heavy percentage for a lot of these athletes at this speed.
Come on, come on.
Oh,
Damn.
man.
But James, you see how she's connecting low on her thigh and the bar is going out front a little bit?
Yeah, it doesn't look like she's quite finishing that extension, and that maybe is why she's landing with that bar so far out front.
Yeah.
If you want to get some coaching from Jason, there it is.
And I just for the record, right? We are saying this in nothing but positivity because look at that position, much better clean.
Yeah.
Come on. Look at. Oh.
Okay, so it doesn't have to be a complex. So if you hit the
right, yeah, it's not an actual complex.
Damn.
Shout out to all the girls for all that effort. They crushed it.
I mean, yeah, really impressive from Ellie Turner. We saw her finish with a really good time, and this is not her strength.
Oh, Jason, my goodness. Are you seeing this?
What?
So she was on all four. Danny Spiegel was trying to give her some love, and she tried to crawl away from it. And then Danny Spiegel tried to give her a hug, and like Sarah wants nothing to do with it. She just wants to do.
So that was my question. Was like, how do you feel when like the event winner comes over and like strokes your back? You know, you've just literally. She gave like 10,000%. I'm just curious, Jason. What is your? That probably
I'm not
didn't
hating
happen
on
to you
Danny.
ever.
Well, it's funny because like there's a picture from back in the day of me, Josh Bridges, and Rich Froning, and I'm finishing this event, and they're giving like a high five, and we're all jacked. Like it's like a black and white photo. It's a cool photo, but to me, it's like, well, motherfucker, like they beat me. And now you're like kind of high-fiving me. But we're like homies. It's all good. But nah, man, after you get beat, you're kind of in the mood like, all right, man, just give me some space for a second.
Give
right?
me a second. Yeah, that's how I feel.
Yeah, I think. I mean, it's easy to say from sitting here, but I think she pretty much signaled Danny the first time when she was on all fours, "Hey, don't do that." And then for Danny to give her a hug, and then Sarah to turn her back to her.
Hey, look at
like a hand clap. Like a hand clap is okay, but don't touch him. Don't come over and start like.
Well, and even worse than that, Hobart. Even worse, I think, is when everybody crowds around you and you're getting smashed on. It's like, you got this. It's like, dude, get the come on.
You better give her space, Souza. You better be careful, Souza. She'll fuck you. I mean, mash your face. Better be careful.
It's funny too because we always talk about that at the level one day one workout. Athletes do the workout, and then there's always like one or two people that the group crowds around and starts cheering. We call it's like the circle of doom, right? Like part of you is grateful people care, but another part of you is like, just let me die in peace, man.
Right?
Just please go away.
Yeah,
you guys, I will say,
I got a little bit of that vibe.
What's up, Souza?
I will say when Snorri was walking Sarah out the first time, there was some stuff going on. I saw them talking to each other. In the tunnel, I saw Sarah completely internalize herself there. She was just sitting there. It almost looked like a prayer. And then Snorri had come over, and it looked like he was talking with some of the officials there, not medical staff, but some of the other ones, and was expressing something was going on. I wasn't close enough to actually be able to hear, but I think they had some concerns with her going into the event. That would be my take on it.
Okay, let me ask. Thank you, Matt. Let me ask you this, James and Jason, and I have no idea what I'm looking at. When she was catching that in a squat, she would catch it, and then her knees would pop out at the last minute. Is that indicative of some injury or no? No. Okay. Okay.
I mean, no, you mean so she received at the bottom position, her knees instantly caved, then she drove it back out again, right?
Okay. Okay. That's what happened.
Isn't that what it is?
Hey, guys, I will say, I could see Sarah through the fence right now, and she is being attended to by medical. It looks like they're checking her out, walking with her. She's still moving, but they didn't move very far from where you guys saw them go into the fence. They kind of peeled off to the side. She is with medical now.
Can you get closer without being a douche?
Are you allowed to
know
say
what that means.
Can you get closer without invading in her space?
Let's find out, huh? She's already best friends at this point, so
I don't want to have anything. I don't want to have anything to do with pissing off some of these athletes.
I definitely don't want to
Too
piss
late,
Sarah
Jason.
off.
You're in deep, baby. You're in
Oh
deep.
man. Hey, speaking of which, I got to go pick up my son soon. But I love coming on this show, man. I like engaging with the comments too. This is fun. I'm glad you have this platform, Savon. Thanks for having me on, allowing it.
Dude, it's nothing without you guys. It's nothing without you, and it's almost nothing without Hobart. It's still something without Hobart.
That's true.
I'm giving them plenty of space, but you guys can see them there walking in front. They're with medical. Looks like she's headed over to medical now.
Do you see any limping, Souza?
She's hiding it very well, but yeah, there's a little swagger, if we'll say, in her step.
Okay.
Swagger.
All right.
All right, Savon. Well, hey, I got to bounce, brother, but I'll be texting you. Let's schedule another time. Hobart, great to see you. Will,
good to see you,
Souza, keep crushing it out there, man. You guys are doing a great job. Sounds like everybody's loving what you guys are putting out. So just really appreciate the opportunity to be on, and hope everybody has a great day.
Thanks, Jason. You the man.
Later, guys.
Thanks, Jason. Appreciate it.
Bye, everybody.
See you, Jason.
We all know this stud here. We all know and love the Mr. Vellner.
Yep.
What's the next event?
I think they're done. I think we're done.
It's the Bayside Chipper tonight.
Okay.
Hey, is Vellner? Is there always a volunteer walking around with the big name athletes like that? Is that a like an escort, Souza?
Say it again.
I saw like a volunteer walking with Vellner. Is there always a volunteer walking around with the big name athletes?
Yeah, usually it's either a volunteer or their agent. I was talking to Snorin at the hotel earlier. He was actually waiting for Sarah down at the bottom of the elevator because they kind of help. As he put it, he gets to be the bad guy, so she doesn't have to, right?
Yeah.
And so I think as they're moving from point A to point B, we're seeing a lot of athlete control volunteers helping escort, as well as their agents and stuff very close by. Because I will say the crowd looks like it's almost doubled from yesterday, and it was already a really large crowd yesterday. So when that corral gets stormed, it gets stormed. It's insane.
Okay, Souza, it looks like we finished our first broadcast. It was supposed to be from 11:40 a.m. to 2 p.m. It looks like we've gone to 3 p.m. So we're done, and then I think we're coming back at 5:40 Eastern time. Is that correct?
Yes.
To start with the teams again. Does that sound right to you, Will?
Yeah.
Hey, you guys, everybody. I mean this, it's crazy. You guys were amazing today. Ellie, Scott Panchik, Hobart, Khalipa, Colton Mertens, Phil Toon, all you guys who came on today, all the money you guys showered with us. You guys are so awesome. Thank you. Chase Ingram, who came on for a little bit. We will be circling back around in 3 or 4 hours, whatever 5:40 Eastern time is. Love you guys. I just want to leave you guys with this really quick.
Grass-fed beef liver. You know you like it.
Oh, no. I mean...
Grass-fed beef organs. A mouthful of meat.
Make sure you get a mouthful of meat, and we'll see you guys later.